Thank you so much for playing it, man. That song was a long time in the making, almost 10 years. So it's very cool that it's out in the world now and people can hear it. I've been keeping it all to myself for the record's finished, so I've been listening to it ad nauseum. So it's nice that it's finally out and I can share it.
And share it, yes, is one thing, but then to do this and get out and talk with the people and talk about the process of the record and what you've been doing. And you said, I think right before we went live, that this is your first ever Facebook Live. I
believe it is, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
We are honored.
You're popping my Facebook cherry.
Yes. So a person in your position and what you do, how come you're not the multimedia mogul? You got somebody do that for you, just not interest you, or what? It's
just, when I have to do it, I've always had people around me who are a little bit better. I've got techs and guys who just, they know how to do this stuff. Like, sure. I don't record my own vocal, I just sing it, I'm having to learn to adapt to this new world of doing everything yourself. And it's taking me a minute, but I'm catching up slowly. Yeah. So you pick up the guitar and you start playing. What does Taylor Momsen play to? I'm not bored, but I'm passing the time. I'm trying to be creative. You pick up your guitar. What do you start to play? Well, I was playing. We did a live stream for Fearless Records for Crew Nation, and so I did a cover of Nick Lowe's Peace, Love, and Understanding.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and we are live. That's right, Live, live.
Whoa, live, brother, live.
September the 6th, 2024. Good morning, St. Louis. The RizzShow coming at you.
WNBC.
Live and local. That's right. Live and local. Everybody feeling all right? Good?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
I feel great.
Good.
I feel great, actually.
Good.
Got home last night from Hot Shots. Probably around 9, 10-ish. And I was buzzing. I was like, I didn't have anything to drink. Maybe okay. I had one Bud Light.
Whoa!
I had one Bud Light.
To drink.
Look at you on a school night. I thought we weren't drinking on school nights.
Well, I was in an event sponsored by Bud Light.
Okay.
And they put like 4 buckets of beer on our table, and
Did Kerry Davis have a Bud Light too?
Yes, he had a Bud Light as well.
Nice.
And Kerry Davis actively rooting against the Chiefs.
Oh, even though he picked the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, for the Pick'em Challenge, he
picked
the Chiefs.
Challenge.
But I think maybe in his heart he knew the Chiefs would win, but his soul wanted the Ravens to win. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of Chiefs fans
really
that Hot Shots in St. Charles.
Steeler to be rooting for the Chiefs.
I know. I asked him, does Steeler Nation know you are rooting for the Ravens? Because that's their big rivalry.
Of course. Yes.
That is their big rivalry.
Of course.
And I asked Kerry, and it's cool, man, hanging out with a former NFL or former Super Bowl champ, because I got questions.
Yeah.
I think to the point where he was annoyed, I was just asking questions.
Oh, no, really? No, he's the sweetest guy
He's so
ever.
chill.
I'm not sure if we would even recognize what annoyed looked like on Kerry Davis.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just peppering him with questions. Peppering him.
Yeah. See
what's the coldest place you ever played in?
Okay, never mind.
Shut up. I want to talk to other people.
I was going those kind of questions.
When I'm with him, I talk to him about his Tesla. Like, Kerry, can I come in and drive your Tesla sometime?
I'm sure he'd let you.
Yeah, he would.
But he was a Steeler. He was also a Falcon. I forgot he played for the Falcons. Yep. The Michael Vick era Falcons.
Really? Go Falcons.
And he said the most hostile place for a Steeler to go was Baltimore. He goes, when he traveled with the team, normally when the Steelers would go to a city, there'd be a lot of Steelers fans wherever they played. He said they would go to Cleveland and half the stadium would be Steeler fans. Mm-hmm. But when they went to Baltimore, it was hostile. That's
really?
The most hostile place a Steeler could go. And here you have a former Steeler actively rooting for the Baltimore Ravens.
Weird.
Just because he hates Mahomes that much? Or
He
hates the
loves
Chiefs?
Lamar Jackson. Loves him.
Okay. Okay, so it was more support for Jackson.
Loves him some Lamar.
No hate for Chiefs?
He wasn't hating.
Okay.
He was just rooting.
So
You
yeah,
never
good,
know. You got to ask.
good first quarter last night. I mean, the Ravens were the first to score of this NFL season.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was
Derrick Henry, yes.
Rookie, right? Or no, Henry,
No.
a rookie for the Chiefs scored.
Rookie for the Chiefs scored next.
And man, those downs were pretty cool.
Yep. I see you watched for about 3 minutes last
I did.
night.
I fell asleep. Once we got up to 13, I said, good night.
So the
I
majority,
passed out.
and Hot Shot St. Charles was packed last night. Packed. Lot of Chiefs jerseys, handful of Ravens jerseys, and one guy in a Raiders jersey just yelling out Raiders every once in a while.
I would have dressed like Edgar Allan Poe and gone to Hot Shots last night. And then that's how I would be
Quote
a fan
the
of the
Raven?
Ravens. Yes.
Oh, I see.
You know, I would just show up and people would be like, whoa, what's up with this chick?
There was-
Mustache and all.
There was one guy in a Howie Long Raiders jersey
At Hot Shots?
at a Hot Shots.
I bet I
during
know
a-
this guy.
During a Chiefs-Ravens game, just yelling out Raiders.
Yeah, I almost got my last Hot Shots event. Was the closest I've gotten to getting in a fight on a remote because
that's
of
right.
a guy, a drunk Raiders guy. Because someone made me like a cool. It was like a fan who made me like this custom Patrick Mahomes hoodie. It was cool, and he gave it to me, and this guy just would not. He's like interrupt. He's a true Raiders fan. He's exactly the type of person that roots for the
Older
Raiders.
fella?
I mean, no, he was probably like my age or maybe a little younger, but he was obnoxious.
Oh, this is an older guy.
I mean, he's probably how much older?
Probably in his 50s.
Nah, I wasn't that same guy then. This dude just kept being like, I'll give you $100 for that so I can go burn it in the parking lot. And I go, yeah, I don't think so. This guy who just celebrating 1 year of sobriety gave that to me as a gift, man, so I'd rather not do that.
Right.
Then he'd like be so drunk he'd forget and he'd come up and say it to me again. Like, you know what I mean? Like the
can't
fifth
remember if I
visit, I
asked
go,
this.
hey, man, if you ask me that again, I'm going to swing on
I'm
you.
going to knock
I've
your
had
lights
enough.
out.
And then he was like, I'm just kidding around, man. And I was like,
This may have been the same guy because he sounded like that.
yeah, he was obnoxious.
I don't know why, but I'm somewhat envious of Raiders fans. And to be honest, like you said, it kind of fits a profile, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But man, it's kind of awesome. And if it isn't NFL, I don't know what is. The whole Raiders thing, the whole I don't know, just the black and silver, just the gnarliness.
Well,
of it
remember,
all. It's
back in the
just so
90s,
dirt.
to have a Raiders jacket.
Oh, it was the coolest
The
thing.
starter
That's what I
jacket.
mean.
The
It's-
Raiders starter jacket.
It's so punk rock, dude. It's so cool looking, and I'm a Chiefs fan, by proximity and family, and my family was Cardinals fans, obviously in the 70s and 80s, but we have family in Kansas City. So when the Cardinals left, we were Chiefs fans. So by default, Chiefs. But if I had to pick, I think it would be cool to be just some trash ass punk rock.
Gutter punk.
Raider fan?
Gutter punk Raiders fan. I don't know. For some reason, it's really attractive. Is it not attractive to you guys?
I don't
It's a
know.
logo.
It was more when it was in Oakland. But now it's in Vegas, it's kind of like, meh.
I
It's
can't
like
get behind a
costume, yeah.
team
I kind of don't care.
where the owner's got a Lloyd Christmas haircut.
I love
that's so.
Actually, okay, they are my favorite.
That's so trash punk rock as well, dude. He kind of
He's
fits
got
it
the
even
bowl cut?
worse.
Oh,
Yeah, he's incredible.
Who's this guy?
man.
You
Looks
haven't
like-
seen this guy?
It's the owner's son.
So Al Davis was the original owner of I don't know about the original, but he was the more famous owner of the Raiders.
Okay.
Dude has the worst intentional haircut in the country.
And the son,
loaded?
I forgot what the son's name.
I think it's Mark Davis,
Mark
and he
Oh,
looks
Jesus.
like the Chucky doll became a real boy and grew up.
Yep, that scares the hell out of me. I don't want to look at that no
He
more.
pays money, and he drives just like an hour and a half or 2 hours to get that haircut. I read an article about it.
Dude, it's
like,
insane. It's
That
insane.
haircut is insane.
You
I
remember?
love it.
You remember the dolls for dudes? The my buddy,
Yeah.
buddy. It's as if my buddy aged 60 years and got to say and you cut his hair and it, you know what I mean? Like if you cut a Barbie's hair, it doesn't grow back. So if you
Yeah.
botch it, it's just there's forever your
It's
Barbie.
like it's Chucky.
Yeah, this is forever a my buddy doll. Age 60.
It's not a, that's
This is
intentional.
nightmare fuel. This is honestly, I'm terrified of
But
this man.
time out. Look at him here. All right, he's got a suit. He just looks like the biggest. I can't even say that word. And then you put him down here in this white Raiders jacket, and you're like, you know what?
Still looks like a dork.
I think I like this guy.
Thank you to that.
I don't know, dude.
I can't get behind a team that's got an owner that would, on purpose, have a haircut
Scott,
like that.
if you ever cut your hair, it has to be this.
That's what makes me love him, is he knows that you
Hate it.
care and he doesn't.
He looks like a Monty Python character hosted a football
You're
team.
making a lot of assumptions.
I am making a lot of assumptions because
He knows.
Is he married? What is his wife? I just need to know.
Look up Mark Davis' wife.
Please.
Let's see.
I mean, the fact that he's also a ginger.
This guy has to have an awesome sense
He's
of
leaned
humor.
into it, and I can appreciate that to some degree.
Is that his wife? Holy
Yep.
smokes.
And got a
Smoke show.
smoking hot wife.
Gosh, what is
course.
happening?
I'm
So
telling
good
you,
hair,
man,
dude.
it
It's
looks
almost as if crazy wealth
Trump's a
has
bad
its
haircut.
benefits.
it looks pretty cool to be a Raiders
And he's
fan.
got
No,
a
that's
mystery
not true.
blonde. Mystery
He's got a
blonde
hot
sitting next-
ass wife.
Wow. What does she do? She's a cook? She's like
She's
a
a
hot
hairdresser.
chef?
She roots for the
That's his
Raiders.
hairdresser.
Does
That's
she
why he's got that
trim
haircut.
His hair? Wow.
Dude,
Imagine what his pubes look like.
They look like that.
I imagine he cuts them the exact same
It's
way.
meticulously trimmed as well.
he's got this he's got a mullet and a Caesar at the same time.
That's the foreskin haircut is what that is.
That's the bowl cut of the 80s.
This dude is living how he wants to live, and he's kicking ass
Yeah,
doing
looks
it.
like he's got like a circumcised head.
Yeah.
That's where he drives 2 hours to a moil. And that's who cuts his hair.
And he's got a smoke show wife.
Good for him.
There's no middle ground with this guy. Look at this. I mean, here he is in a white suit.
He should not be wearing white ever.
Well, especially after Labor Day, and we know that.
Oh, we know that. Everybody knows that.
Look, it's not even tailored. Like, go back up. Look how long the sleeves are on his
it's-
hand.
Again,
This guy's a billionaire.
I think he knows, and I don't think he cares.
He bought
What?
that off the rack at Kohl's.
Well, you know, it's funny because I think Al Davis was his dad, who was the owner of the Raiders. I think the way the tax laws work is because I think his mom is the majority owner of the Raiders.
Okay.
Because if the team got handed down to the son, they'd have to pay like an enormous amount of taxes,
Like capital gains tax or something.
and just an astronomical amount. So I think the widow really owns the team.
Okay, it says the principal owner now is Mark Davis, and Tom Brady obviously bought in as a minority owner.
Oh, maybe that
But it
changed.
does claim him as the principal owner, Mark Davis. But yeah, I mean, who knows, man? All those tax loopholes and billionaire.
Well, listen, just goes
games.
to show you. You own a football team,
Dude,
you get yourself a hot wife.
this white jacket, this satin white jacket, it just says Raiders.
Cool as hell.
It's cool,
Yeah,
right?
I know. I can see wearing that.
I'm envious. I just think if I was, so our friend Michelle Smallman on her ESPN show, she was talking about how she was done dirty by the Rams and she was looking for a team and she was being courted and she finally selected her team and lo and behold, Michelle Smallman, the St. Louisan, chose the Green Bay Packers, which half of St. Louis did as well because remember they were broadcast here. They did like that move to be broadcast here for decades.
I think Fox 2 tried to push the whole Packers thing. They were trying hard.
Dude, it worked. There's an enormous faction of Packers fans.
And there's always been.
that are St. Louis
There
blood.
are always, and in fact, I believe the Hot Shots in Manchester used to be a Packer backer bar.
I used to have a cheesehead when I was in high school.
Yeah, it was like a thing around
And that was
this
even when the
area.
Rams were here, by the way.
Well, yeah, because when the Cardinals left, that's when the Packers started leaning it on, putting it on. Right?
I would think maybe in my travels, I see more Chiefs fans now in St. Louis than Packer fans.
Well, we got some family that are Chiefs fans. Not Chiefs fans. Packer fans from that whole when the Cardinals left.
But
and
Channel
they
2
got
tried
into it in
their
the
hardest
90s.
to get people in St. Louis to forget about the Rams and become Packer fans. I don't know if it worked
Either
or
way,
not.
I was envious of Michelle that she got to go from blank and be courted and kind of check it out. And I thought, man, I don't know.
Good pick.
Be hard to not be a Raiders fan.
I started to become a Packers fan because of Brett Favre making the cameo in Something About Mary. I thought that was pretty cool. And he was super cute. And I said, hey, Ma, I would really like a Wisconsin Green Bay Packer cheesehead. And so she got it for me. And I acted like that was cool. And that's so in my life, my football interests have been Dan Marino from Ace Ventura. I got a Dan Marino autographed football for
Heck
Christmas
yeah.
one year.
Dang.
Pretty
And
cool.
And dolphins
That
are
is
cute.
awesome.
Dolphins are adorable.
That's pretty cool.
And then Brett Favre, he with his Packers, I was like, yeah.
Well, I'm
in.
surprised. 80 for Brady.
No.
You weren't a Tom Brady fan.
No.
She thinks he's ugly.
He's mid.
She's not going to
Mid.
root for somebody
You never
she
said
thinks is
ugly. You
ugly.
said mid.
Yeah, I said mid. I said what I said.
You said what you said. Well, listen, the Chiefs won last night with a hell of a game.
Whoa. Tom Brady or Mark Davis? Make a pick.
Lern. Who's better looking? Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders.
Why are you doing this?
He's
With
a
a weird
redhead.
haircut.
Or Tom Brady, minority
Brady.
owner of the Raiders.
Tom Brady.
Reluctantly, okay.
Wow.
I get it.
Whoa, over.
I get it. Oh. I understand.
Can't deal with that.
The fact that he owns a
circumcision
football
haircut.
team ain't turning you on.
Yeah, here-
Not at this
here-
moment.
There they are together.
The Devil's three-way
Are you
right
sure?
there.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Tom Brady.
My nightmare fuel.
Dreams are coming true.
I am aroused.
So Chiefs won last night. It was a great game. They won by literally a toe. Last play of the game, Lamar Jackson throws into the end zone, and receiver, hell of a catch.
It was a good catch.
Originally called a touchdown, but then upon review, literally his toe was
out.
on the line.
Hey.
So out.
Laces out.
Chiefs win. Chiefs won last night, but you know who lost? The Chiefsaholic.
What happened?
Remember the Chiefsaholic?
Oh, yeah.
This is the guy that would dress up in the wolf costume.
Yeah, it's Kansas City Wolf.
And he was a Kansas City Chiefs superfan. Mm-hmm. Sentenced on the same day the team he loves opens a new season. Now, if you don't know this story, so this guy would go to all the Chiefs games. He would dress like a wolf. And he was a celebrity.
Yeah, huge Twitter following. Noticed when he wasn't there. People knew when he wasn't. He took pictures out in front of the stadium.
In fact, do you have your picture with him, right?
I think so, somewhere.
But he would also travel with the team.
Oh, yeah. Every game. He was at away games. That's how he was financing his trips. He was robbing banks.
Well, I was going to get to that.
I apologize. I thought you said it already.
No, it did not.
Well, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, he was
Story.
robbing banks
Yeah.
Yeah.
to fund his Chiefs super fandom.
Which just goes to show you how expensive it is to be an NFL.
Well, I was going to
fan.
say, a ticket's expensive,
Yeah.
let alone traveling with a team. Yeah, he was funding his travels by robbing banks, and he robbed 11 banks altogether. And it was gnarly the way he was doing it too. Like it was armed robbery. He was sticking people up. He was putting guns to people's bodies.
Yes.
Dang.
And yesterday he was sentenced to more than 17 years in prison. He was looking at 50, which is crazy. 50 seems right. For 11 armed robberies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
17 years. Okay, I guess 17 years is still a lot, but pleaded guilty in February to 1 count of money laundering, 1 count of transporting stolen property across state lines. Also pleaded to one count of bank robbery for robbing a credit union near Tulsa. So 11 bank robberies or attempted robberies in 7 states. So he's also required to pay $532,000 in restitution and probably what's worse.
They're
Forfeit.
taking his costume. His wolf head is gone.
He's got to forfeit an autographed painting of Patrick Mahomes.
He does?
Yep.
That's added in?
Dang.
No.
That is listed in the things that he needs to forfeit.
The judge said, I'll take it. Thank you.
An
one
autographed,
more outburst, sir, and we are taking your painting.
an autographed painting of Patrick Mahomes. He's got to forfeit that.
That's what hurts the most out of all this.
Probably not the 17 years. Don't take the painting.
Take it.
Time is whatever, but my memorabilia
Yeah,
lives forever.
yeah. He says he's remorseful. In court, he apologized to the victims and their families.
Did he do this with weapons? I forget. Was this violent?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. They had one story of a credit union he robbed in Nashville. Like literally jumped the counter and put a gun to the belly of the bank teller.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Only get 17 years?
17 years.
Still not worth it, Moon.
He actually cut his ankle. I guess he was under investigation. They put an ankle monitor on him, and he escaped while he was awaiting trial in Oklahoma.
Hey, when you do that, while you're awaiting trial, does that tack on more time? You know, because if
I would think.
Yeah, if you're convicted and you have an escape attempt, then there's some sort of standard that like tacks on.
Oh yeah, but 17 years, the Chiefs aholic. You will not see him over at Arrowhead.
I hate to go back here to Mark Davis, but listen,
no more.
Okay, but there's a couple things that are really funny about this guy. Yes, he is worth over $500 million. He owns the freaking Raiders, but this dude is so frugal that when he goes back to his home, he rents a $12 a day rental car so he can save the $50 cab fare. But he was, until back surgery forced him to change his diet, every single Thursday night he was at Hooters for the $12.99 all-you-can-eat wings night because he thought it was a great deal. In the mid-'80s, he invented a muff-style hand warmer, and the slogan was "Real men wear the muff." He wears a fanny pack on a regular basis.
We have this in common.
He still uses a 2003 Nokia push-button phone with full texting capabilities.
Wow.
And he drives a 1997 Dodge Caravan.
I kind of respect all that.
Dude, that is awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so now you're on my side.
Now would I do
You
that?
know what? I'm switching my answer.
This
He's
guy's a
hotter than
weirdo,
Brady.
and he's ripping it.
Would
dude.
I do that? No.
Yeah.
If I had that money, hell no. I'd be driving a new car every week.
Yes.
You wouldn't be driving it.
Yeah, I'd have somebody else driving me.
Yeah, I saw an article that I guess he he hit somebody in a parking lot in 21, and he was in a Mini Cooper driving that. I just love this.
It's probably the rental.
You know, I think I'm a Raiders fan now. 100%.
That did it for you.
Yeah.
So we had the story, I think we talked about it yesterday, of 137 cats being rescued from a house in Wildwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new one.
I saw the Chihuahuas.
The Chihuahuas.
Oh,
Whoa. Somebody needs to adopt a Chihuahua?
36 Chihuahuas.
36 of them, and they were being mistreated, and they're so cute.
36 Chihuahuas rescued from Franklin County House.
If they're up for grabs, somebody reach out to me.
They are up for grabs.
Okay.
Well, not yet. They're going through
They're going through the process.
the process.
They're being deloused?
So the Humane Society rescued 36 Chihuahuas from a property in Franklin County. This happened yesterday. They're heading to St. Louis for treatment. In a press release, the Humane Society said their animal cruelty task force was called by what they're calling a concerned citizen who reported that the dogs were living on a hoarder property in Franklin County. The Humane Society worked with the police to get onto the property where they found the 36 dogs suffering from various health conditions.
Chihuahuas get a bad rep, and I understand most of them. Well, maybe not most of them. There's a good number of them that are ruining it for everybody because they're just terrible. But you get a good one, and it's just...
I really don't know much about the dogs.
We had a long-haired Chihuahua, and he had a rough life for the first half of his life. When we adopted him, I'll be honest, I hated him. Every time I saw him, I was like, this dog sucks. He humps everything. He smells bad.
Well, if you get one of these dogs, it may be... It's going to be a tough road because they said these dogs were allowed to roam free on the property and are fearful of human interaction.
Well, when we got this dog, it turned out he had 9 rotted teeth. I'm sorry, 6 teeth had already completely rotted out, and 9 needed to be taken out. So paid for that, got him his shots, got him neutered.
All bark, no bite.
And dude, this dog turned into just the sweetest freaking animal. I took him on tour. He was a friend, man. He was such a good companion, such a good dog, super smart, super fun. Like, Chihuahuas can be great. You just gotta.
There will probably be some up for grabs. So the property owner was recently admitted to a nursing home. So I'm assuming an older person with a worsening health condition. And the owner agreed to surrender the animals. So I guess all the animals are coming here. All the dogs are coming here. They're going to do all their checkups, and then they'll be up for grabs.
So what happened? Was she collecting them, or were they just
they're not saying
breeding?
Yeah, I don't know if they were all bred together or if she just had a little addiction to Chihuahuas.
The only pictures that they show, these dogs look pretty old and busted.
Yeah,
well, the release said the dogs will need to recover physically and behaviorally before being made available for adoption. So they will receive treatment at the Humane Society's Mackland headquarters.
Hey, Humane Society looks like they got a new website. This is kind of different than the last time I checked it. It's cool. It's really well
So we'll
put
keep
out
you
there.
posted, Moon. You
Yeah.
can go grab yourself a Chihuahua
Oh, that'd be
or two.
so great. Could be our show dog.
Yeah.
What? We could. I will watch your dog when you go on tours, and you and Mal have got to go out of town.
Sweet. Can I watch radio too?
No, only
Just
little
one dog.
dogs.
Just little dogs.
The cats have to remain bigger than the dogs.
Oh, I see.
I got some of these leftover stories from the week that I just want to get to.
Okay.
Hey, pumpkin spice.
Yes.
Who's a fan?
This guy over here, he is pumpkin spice. Look
That's
at this
his
man.
nickname.
Who's Mr. Pumpkin Spice? Scott? Are you Mr. Pumpkin Spice?
Of course.
2024.
Rafe?
Everyone
Are you
is.
Mr. Pumpkin Spice?
I have to be honest, I do love it.
I do too.
I
Yeah.
wish I could tell it. Like, I know it's basic as hell, but
You're a basic bitch, dude. In the best way possible.
she's really going after me this week.
You know, there's
Something's
pumpkin
going on.
spice everything now. Edible and inedible objects are now pumpkin spice.
You can now adopt a pumpkin spice chihuahua.
Dude, and this is crazy because Missouri did
Yo
make
quiero pumpkin spice.
Missouri. Hey, you know what? Don't joke around because we are very weird in the state when it comes to pumpkin spice.
Don't joke around.
Okay, sorry, Dad.
We are very strange.
Somebody here
man.
is triggered.
Listen, pal.
Pumpkin spice. I don't love it.
You're just trying to get these
I
things
don't love it
adopted,
either.
dude.
Okay, bud.
I don't love it. Well, maybe a pumpkin spice chihuahua will help.
I like a pumpkin spice loaf. Okay, give me a pumpkin loaf
Oh,
with a little
yeah.
cream cheese icing.
Oh my goodness.
Superb.
Dang, that
Wow.
sounds
Love
good.
it.
Well,
in.
Google put out some data on the inedible pumpkin spice scented stuff we're looking for online. And there are some strange birds in America. So in many states, the most popular pumpkin spiced scented item, our personal care stuff. Soap, body wash, shampoo, deodorant, lotion, lip products, and hair color, which I didn't realize even came in scents. Hair color? Mm-mm. And these include many people in the Midwest, Middle America, the Mountain States, plus Vermont, Massachusetts, Tennessee, and Alabama. People in Montana are specifically looking for pumpkin spice body butter. Arkansas searching for pumpkin spice toothpaste. North Carolina, people want pumpkin spice toilet paper.
Why?
Oh, just wait till I get to Missouri. Many other states want pumpkin spice candles, like Texas and Colorado and Oregon, Illinois, the Dakotas, New Jersey. New York specifically looking for wax melts. In Connecticut, the top search is for a pumpkin spice candle in a mug. Some states are looking for pumpkin spice clothing. California, Mississippi, Nevada. In Georgia, people want pumpkin spice sweater. A pumpkin spice sweater. Since fall's definitely sweater weather in Georgia. People in Florida are looking for pumpkin spice cat litter.
Ugh.
Some Americans are cleaning with pumpkin spice. Several states want pumpkin spice dish soap. New Hampshire looking for trash bags. Indiana hoping to find pumpkin spice power wash. Apparently to freshen up their driveways.
Pumpkin spice bidet power wash.
And then there are some even stranger pockets in this country. South Carolina looking for pumpkin spice earrings. In Maryland, it's pumpkin spice engagement rings. Rhode Island, pumpkin spice fabric. And here in Missouri, we're looking for pumpkin spice
Tannerite.
brake pads.
All right, nice.
Nice.
That's on brand.
Pumpkin
cool as hell.
spice brake pads. That's our top pumpkin spice search in Missouri.
Imagine how much more pleasant rear ending somebody would be
It's just a poof of.
if there was a waft of pumpkin spice in the air.
Even just stop and go traffic.
Yeah, right.
Stop and go traffic.
I'm mad, but not
Delicious.
as mad as I normally am.
Yeah, how could you be mad if there's pumpkin spice in
Kind
the
of
air?
hard. It's hard to wave your fist in the air when your nostrils are filled with the pleasant aroma of pumpkin spice.
That's right. That's right. A thief was caught stealing a basket with a body still inside it at a Las Vegas funeral home this week, and she says she doesn't remember anything because she was, quote, blacked out from drinking 6 beers.
Okay.
Now, I will be honest. I have never been blackout drunk and done anything stupid, as far as I know.
Well,
As far as I know.
That's just your love.
that's every person who's blacked out. That's what blacking out is.
That's-
Yeah,
the whole
but
point.
somebody will tell you, like, dude, you
Sometimes.
were so drunk you stole a body from a funeral home.
That's true.
Still in the casket.
Right.
Did you have the fear? That was the worst part. I mean, it only happened to me a few times, but the next day I would just wake up and realize that I time traveled and was functioning, and that when you find out the This is like one of the worst things that ever happened to me. It's still like a nightmare. I'm hoping I don't trigger myself here, but like thinking about it, you get to a point that you find out that nobody knew you were blacked out. And that's one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced in my life.
Nobody knew you were blacked out? So you were so trashed that nobody, like people weren't paying attention to you?
No. I'm not saying that.
You were acting normal.
I'm saying that I was functioning in a way where people didn't realize. I mean, people knew that I was hammered, but they didn't know that I don't know I'm here. I was time traveling. I was gone. I was in another universe.
I think that's the majority of blackouts.
Right. And when you realize that, and like I said, it only happened to me a few times, but when it did, it was just the most terrifyingly helpless, awful. I hated myself. Like, and then the next day or next week or next year, you spend just like apologizing to friends or like thinking, should I apologize?
Well, if you did anything wrong.
No, but just being in that state was embarrassing.
Why would I
wrong.
apologize for being blackout drunk and not doing anything wrong?
I don't know, just because like who wants to be in that position of behavior? I don't know, man. I didn't do anything wrong, of course, but I'm just saying, like, I remember calling all my friends and be like, hey, I'm so sorry, man.
You had anxiety.
And if you called me, I go, what the hell are you talking about?
And then
why are you apologizing?
And they would always they all said the same thing, like, oh no, man, it was so fun. Like,
I'm not going to apologize for having a good time.
Yeah, like you had such a good time, and I was like, I'm just so embarrassed. It was just so embarrassing and like so stupid.
That's hangxiety. There's like a term for that now.
I had that hard, so hard.
Hangxiety. It's anxious. You have anxiety and a hangover.
This is 15 years ago, and it's still.
I thought that was when you were like
me.
dreading going to an event.
No, hangxiety is like you wake up the next morning, because I've had it, and I'm like, ooh, did I say anything?
Well, and then you call up a buddy and you go, hey, did I like punch any kids last night?
Right.
I never did.
My hand
anything,
hurts.
And I was never worried about that. I mean, I don't think, but like, it's so embarrassing.
Dude.
You don't want to be that. That's not me.
I had to become a detective on my own case, like Memento.
Right.
Writing all over your
I'd
body.
black out and be like, I'd just wake up in like a weird place and be like, oh no, I'm in a bush. The sun's coming up.
And I'm wearing somebody else's underwear.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this case.
Right.
And
let's retrace our steps.
I'd put on a fedora, light a cigarette, and be like, just pick up my little notepad. First thing you do, go look at your car. All right. Everything seems to be in order. It's parked on the lawn, but no dents, no blood. Check. All right, moving on. Then it's like, go through your phone and be like, how many phone calls did I make? How long were the duration? I'd be like, oh, man, I called my mom at 4 a.m. and it's 3 minutes and 17 seconds. That's not good. That's either a really long message or a really short conversation. And then you just got to sort of like then plan your apology tour based on the facts and evidence discovery. Done it a few times. Had brownouts, too. Brownouts like the blackouts.
Is that when you poop your pants, too?
No. It would make sense.
Sounds right.
That never happened to me.
I feel like the brownout is when you remember like little pieces. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, flashes.
Like there's little clues about your night.
Oh yeah. I didn't know there was a term for that. The first time it ever happened to me, this is the worst. I remember disappearing. I remember thinking, oh, something's changing here. And I was saying goodbye to a friend who was working the door, and he had this weird grin on his face, and I thought, that's a strange grin. And then all of a sudden I woke up in different clothes, in bed. And the flashes that hit, I realized they were flashes when I was so violently throwing up that it was sobering me for
that'll
half
sober
a
you up,
second.
yeah.
A half a second. And I remember seeing spinach on the stairs.
Oh, the spins.
And no, spinach.
No, actual
I threw up
Oh,
spinach.
Spinach.
And then I remember seeing the shower floor because I had been put into the shower. And I was laying on the floor.
Yeah, I've been
I guess I
hammered.
vomited in there.
And I've had to be actually put out on a front lawn.
Yeah.
No, nice.
But I remember it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being tossed out on a front lawn and then a storm happening.
It's just a nightmare.
That's wild that you got that far but remember it.
Yeah.
I feel like blackout is your brain protecting you from yourself.
No,
Your brain is like, hey, buddy, it's better if you don't see this.
I was so drunk. I was sitting.
You know what I mean?
I was sitting on a stool in my friend Matt's kitchen. I fell off the stool, hit my head on the linoleum floor, started bleeding everywhere. He then picked me up and threw me outside, and then immediately stormed.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Well, at least the blood was cleaned up.
I had a friend in Alaska, and he had a tendency to choose front yards. And he's like, yeah, every time I black out, I end up in front yards. So, like, I guess his blackout version chooses to end up in people's front yards. And when we were together, we were all hanging out. Band, he was a promoter up there, and we were all hanging out. And he was taking us to different places. And Alaskans can party; they just drink constantly. It's silly. And they were, showing the guests around.
Right.
And then he disappeared at one point. And the next day, he walked to the front of the hotel at some point when he was supposed to meet us in the same clothes with grass all over him. And this is like April. It's still freaking cold. It's Alaska. And we said, what happened to you? He goes, I don't know, man. I woke up next to a barbecue grill.
Slept with a polar bear last night.
In a yard in a block he had no business being in. Like, who? I don't know. No one knows how this guy got here, but of course he slept in a front yard.
That wasn't a polar bear, man. That was a big, fat, hairy guy.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, of all places to fall asleep and pass out outside, this dude's doing it in bear territory.
Yeah, sometimes your legs check out on the walk.
And they just stop?
I've had it happen where I was like, oh, man, I'm getting crazy legs Jackson going on here. Like, I'm starting to lose my balance. And then you just, like, you start to lean one way. You end up in the hedges. You try to climb out. And you're like, dude, I think it's just better if and my legs are just like, hey, dude, we're on strike till 8 a.m. And I'm like, all right.
When we lived in South City, there was a guy that lived across the street, and he would walk to the bar, and he'd come home late. And you'd see him walk down the street with the lean.
Yeah.
And he'd wind up in the bushes.
Yeah, I've been there, brother.
I went to the Alice Cooper show, and Tim and I were standing at the top of the lawn where there's a walkway up there. And the drunk walk. I haven't seen people walk sideways in a while. And there was plenty of that going down.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Sign of a good time.
Yeah, we saw a couple sideways walks at that show for
sure.
Well,
this lady here in Vegas blacked out from drinking 6 beers, broke into the funeral home at 3 a.m. She had, I guess she broke the front window, reached in, unlocked the door. And she just went into one of the rooms and just wheeled the coffin out with the body still in it.
I'm going to sleep here.
She said blackout?
She says. So a person called the police around 3 a.m. to report a body laying face down in front of the Affordable Cremation and Burial Services funeral home.
Oh, man.
The casket was left abandoned on a sidewalk nearby. So the body fell out of the casket.
Unbelievable.
And it's all on surveillance video. You could see her wheeling.
Did you watch the video?
They don't show the body falling out. They just show her wheeling. Wild. They show her wheeling the casket out of the place.
Coffin flop.
Is it physically possible to get blacked out on 6 beers?
I mean, I guess she's like 100 pounds.
So the dead person had arrived at the funeral home on August 20th. There was a viewing on the 26th. And then the next day, the body's outside.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
Yeah, video shows her walking into the viewing room, dragging the casket out the front door. She was arrested 2 days later when somebody recognized her at a nearby convenience store. And when speaking to officers, she's like, I wasn't trying to be malicious, and I'm apologetic.
First of all, she wasn't blacked out.
Blacked out from drinking 6 beers.
If she's saying that she wasn't trying to be malicious, she wasn't blacked out. Because when you're blacked out, you don't know
what you're being.
Any reason of what you're doing or what you're doing or any of that. Like, people are misunderstanding what blackout is. I'm telling you, the experience is, it's gone.
Well, she says she has a substance abuse problem where she blacks out frequently. So she says, but I don't know what she's going to get out of going into a funeral home and dragging a casket out.
That's the kind of thing you do just before a blackout, when you start daring yourself to do things. I dare you to go in there and get a body.
Then she was by herself, too, so I guess she's daring herself.
That's what I mean.
You're wearing that double dog, Jeremy. You better not.
Watch.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Are you watching? Watch.
Oh, he's just talking to himself.
Watch me.
Yeah. Sometimes you wake up in the bathtub wrapped in the shower curtain, and sometimes you steal a body. You know, there's a spectrum of blackout, apparently.
And listen, if I was an FBI profiler, I would not think that's a woman crime. That sounds like something a 20-something dude will do.
That's a 23-year-old dude.
Yeah. That's exactly a 23-year-old dude.
With some friend named Brian that just hasn't been seen since last night.
Brian's waiting outside.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm going inside and say
Yeah,
goodbye.
Brian was part of the dare, but he's nowhere to be found.
I don't know. That does seem like a female crime to me.
You think so?
Grabbing a body?
I think she just gets drunk. She thought she was antiquing. You know what I mean?
No.
This is really great. You know, I don't know. Throw this into a flower bed.
Well, I
Look at this
understand
Grinch.
it because, like, I don't wake up in the lawn. I wake up in the bed or the couch or the extra bedroom or wherever. Like, parties, you guys are all talking about passing out in bushes and not knowing what's going on. Like, girls will find a way to the comfy spot even if they are blackout drunk. Like, we have this sort of sonar to where the pillows are,
Yeah.
and we will find
You
it.
have
So
better friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Girls take care of each other when they're drunk. Guys are like,
F with each other.
peace out, brother. We tried to you get one chance to get in the car. And they're like, all right, see you, Doug.
Yeah.
And Doug's on his own for the rest
Doug's
of
on
the
his
night.
own. He wakes up with penises drawn on his face.
Yes.
In a weird place.
He's lucky.
Well, that was the rule. On tour, nobody's going to leave you behind necessarily because then that makes everybody late for bus call.
Yeah,
and
we left the
that's trouble.
bassist in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
and we're in
but
Tulsa.
But what you do is you get everybody back, and then if somebody once you get on the bus, nobody's helping anybody to the bunk. The bunk zone is the safe zone. If you don't make it to your own bunk, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
And if you're in the living room or in the front lounge, we had eyebrows shaved off. We had people covered in hot dogs and condiments. What else did we do? We did a lot of stuff.
Well, what's the rule at a house party is if the shoes are still on,
yeah, that
game on.
yeah.
it's the shoe rule, but in the
Shoes
bus.
are still on, game on.
In the bus, you have to make it to your bunk.
Shoes are off,
no penis on your face.
no penises on the face.
Scott found that out.
What?
I had some ding dongs on my face. Drawn.
Draw.
On my face.
Woo!
Yeah.
Be
They're
careful.
always
careful.
drawn.
Went in Florida, right?
Yep. It was good old Florida.
It was Florida.
It was.
of course.
Hey, I finally got to go to a college party. That
That's
was neat.
cool.
Yeah, that was.
And now that was the last time I went. So very cool. First and last.
Well, you made an impression.
Yes, I did. It was
What-
neat though to
what
be around
school?
artists.
What school was this?
Vatterott.
What was that?
It was
was that Florida
Vatterott.
State? I think it was FSU.
Yeah, it might have
FSU?
been. Yeah, Florida State.
What's the school that got voted like the party school of the
Florida State.
Florida State.
Okay, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Florida
Go
State.
Gators.
It was Florida State. It was
Seminoles.
that was that was crazy.
It's a Florida Gators, Florida State Seminoles. Which school did Bert Kreischer go to?
Florida State.
Yeah, it was Florida State. It was the Seminoles.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that was
Scotty.
crazy.
Yeah, that's how I got the nickname The Machine.
Yep.
Yeah, the worst part is he didn't know any of that stuff until he landed
The dong machine.
from the flight he was sent
Oh,
on
that's
the
right. You went
next
on
day.
a plane with penises. on
I
your
saw
face.
it whenever I was going to the airport because I woke up on the end of the bed, went into the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and I'm like, no, because I had to run right there straight
You
to
really
the
did
airport.
have the memento experience, dude.
Oh yeah,
Looked in the mirror. It said, trust no one. And backwards on your head and just penises all over your face.
it wasn't just his face; it was his entire body. It was a lengthy art project.
It was cool though. It got me through TSA very quickly, and
Yeah, it happens.
no questions asked.
Yeah.
Long gone days.
Another one of these stories. A man died at a hospital coffee shop and nobody noticed. Remember last week the story of the woman who died at the Wells Fargo
Right.
Yeah,
branch in Florida, I believe it
she
was.
rotted for 4 days.
Nobody found her for 3 days. This one, it was a 36-year-old guy from Birmingham, England. He was at this hospital. He was seen sitting at the coffee shop. He last moved at around 1:30 p.m. Reports said the man was slumped over as hospital personnel and coffee shop people just passed by.
I just thought he was waiting for pumpkin spice to be
Yeah,
released.
and I guess 4 hours later, just in the middle of the coffee shop.
You're kidding. So he just, his head was down, so maybe he looked like he was sleeping.
I guess so, 4 hours later.
Holy cow.
Now, it wasn't 3 days like the other story.
Hey, this was a patient, or was this someone visiting someone, or because how does that work if a patient is not in their room for 4 hours?
The man had been treated at the hospital and was referred to the mental facility across the street, which he never made it to. So I guess he was released, went to the coffee shop, sat down, got himself a coffee, died, and then nobody noticed for 4 hours.
Wow.
He's like, you know what?
I'm checking out.
I'm not going to the mental hospital. I'd rather
staying here.
I think I'd rather die than go over that mental hospital.
And he did. Here's something you may not have realized. You know the first cold cereal was introduced in 1863? Meaning cereal is now around 160 years old.
What was it? Just oats?
And listen, not every cereal that came out since the late 1800s has tasted good. Some have been disgusting, but it's Friday, so let's focus on the good stuff. So Complex.com created a list of the 50 best breakfast cereals of all time. And this could inspire some debate. So I will have you in this room try to figure out at least what the top 20 is. And I will tell you, the Grape Nuts did not make the top 50.
Well, then
What?
why
Throw
are we
them in the
talking?
Grape
trash.
Nuts did not make the top 50 breakfast cereals of all time.
Show me Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. Hang on, let me get my pen out. Lucky Charms is number 8. Lucky Charms introduced in 1964.
Thank God.
Lucky Charms number 8.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is your number 1.
Yes!
And should be.
How old do you think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is?
Not that old. I would say late 80s.
Mid-80s, 1984.
Yeah, the whole time I've been alive, so has Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Thankful.
1984, Cinnamon Toast Crunch came into everybody's world.
How about Honey Bunches of Oats?
Honey Bunches of Oats, number 9.
Really?
Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds, introduced in 1989.
Is it the healthiest one on this top 10?
Gotta be kidding
That's
me.
not healthy.
All right, go ahead, give us some more.
Cheerios.
Cheerios, straight up Cheerios, is number 31, introduced in 1941.
Honey Nut.
Honey Nut
Nut,
Cheerios
number 2.
is number 2, introduced in 1979.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is number 21, introduced in 1971.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit
Yeah.
Loops, number 5, introduced in 1963.
Count Chocula.
Yeah.
Count Chocula, that is number 27.
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, my favorite cereal growing up, number 7,
Raisin
introduced in 1952.
Bran.
Get out of here, man. Go home.
Raisin Bran.
Take your
Brans.
grape nuts and go home.
My grandmother had
Raisin Bran did not make the top
Yeah,
50.
raisins are so good. man.
no Raisin
Outta
Bran
here.
can last for, I'm not kidding, 25 years.
Yeah, because
shelf
no
life.
one eats it.
With an open bag. My grandmother had
right.
a huge box of like economy sized Raisin Bran that I ate on from 1991 until maybe her death in 2011. It was there.
They always tasted stale anyway.
I know, and you just kept eating it.
And then it would become, you put milk and it would just be wet cardboard.
Yes, and
but
you
you always had to
enjoyed
put a tablespoon of sugar in it.
Yes.
That's the
for
jam.
some reason. Yeah. Did we say Cocoa Krispies yet?
Cocoa Krispies. Let me see.
Wait, did you see
Oh, the number 22.
Rice Krispies?
Cocoa Puffs.
Well,
Let me see Rice Krispies.
The better
Rice Krispies. Like straight up Rice Krispies. Not in the top 50, but Rice Krispies Treats cereal. Number 16.
That's when they have the clumps of Rice Krispie treats.
1993. And what'd you say, Moon?
I just said Rice Krispies.
What somebody else said?
I said Cocoa
Why did you
Puffs.
whisper the end of it? I just said Rice Krispies.
Cocoa Puffs number 10. 1958.
I can see that.
so Cocoa Pebbles.
You're still missing 3
Trix.
and 4.
Cookie Crisp.
Trix is number 14,
Yeah, Trix.
introduced 1954.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, yes, 67.
Reese's
They are number 3.
Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs,
Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs.
which I will eat in one sitting unapologetically.
Let's Coke. That is the best. That's basically peanut butter crunch and Cocoa Puffs in the same box, and that's dope.
Oh, is Captain Crunch, Peanut Butter Crunch?
No, Reese's.
She's
Peanut Butter
talking
Puffs,
Reese's.
number 24. Introduced in 1994.
Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks, number 12.
Yeah.
1953's Honey Smacks. You're missing 4 and 6.
Can you give us a hint on number 4?
Checks.
Number 4, introduced in 1997, so it is a fairly new cereal.
So is it one of the
is-
Halloween ones?
Yeah, is it a variety? Is it like Captain Crunch blueberries or something?
No. It is its own thing.
Special K or
What
whatever
shape
it was?
are the
Round.
round?
Something with cookies?
But
Ooh.
yes.
Cookie Crisp.
Crisp, something else.
No, it's not with something. It's its own thing.
Something. So
Cookie Crisp?
Cookie
Crisp was number 11.
Honeycomb. No, we already said that.
Cookie Crisp was number 11.
Oreos.
Yep. Oreo O's.
I just forget those existed.
Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs wasn't on there?
Yeah, that was number 24.
Oh, they are. Oh.
What
And then
about Pops?
Captain Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch was number 29.
Pops.
Pops.
Corn Pops.
Corn Pops. I did see those.
They're
here.
underrated, but I don't think they're going to be top
Corn
10.
Pops number 25. Introduced in 1950.
Wheaties.
Number 6 and number 13 are ones we should know.
Number 6.
I'll tell you, number 15 is Captain Crunch Oops All Berries.
That's pretty good. Love
That's
that mistake.
embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. Lucky Charms, all marshmallows. That's number 3 or 4 or whatever.
Nope. Number 6 is something that was introduced to us in 1963. Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks. I forget about Apple Jacks, but it's good.
Apple Jacks are good.
Not bad.
Number 13. People are guessing on the instant feedback. Number 13. You could make Rice Krispies treats, but instead of using Rice Krispies, you could use these. And I don't know if you've had it,
Pebbles.
but excellent. Number 13, introduced in 1976, Golden Grams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Honey Bear one, right? Or Sugar Bear?
I forgot about Golden
Nah.
Graham.
Golden Grams.
You ever have Rice Krispies treats instead of the Rice Krispies, though? Golden Grams?
Sugar?
No.
Well, you might. What is Sugar Bear?
Sugar
That's
Smacks.
the Sugar Smacks, yeah. I
Sugar
love
Smacks.
Golden Grams are the lesser Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's kind of like Mountain Dew Mellow Yellow. You know what I mean? Like they're of the same ilk.
Wheaties, number 17.
Whoa, how did we miss that?
Nobody said Cocoa Pebbles.
I think
Cocoa-
Scott
I think I did.
Pebbles.
And I said Wheaties.
No, did you say Wheaties?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Cocoa Pebbles, number 18. French Toast Crunch, number 19. Honey O's.
I don't know what Honey O's
Me
are.
neither.
What is that?
Is it just some rip-off Honey Nut Cheerios?
No.
Let's just take some
It
words
is.
out.
It's Cheerios.
Is it rip-off Cheerios?
Yeah.
Special K, number 23.
Does anybody buy cereal in a bag? Like the big old bags of cereal?
Yeah, we weren't
Yeah.
rich.
You mean
I
like
do
Always.
too.
The
But is
grocery
there
store
one
brand?
that's better than
Malto.
the original? Like the ripoff is better
No.
than the original?
No.
The Sugar Smack one. What was that?
No.
You know,
like there's a
usually,
star
and
one.
a lot of those bag cereals with a different name are the actual cereal. Just
Oh, like wine when they have surplus, they just put it in different bottles and sell it cheap.
Let me tell you something, brother. Fruit Rounds was not Fruit Loops. That was made of a different element from the periodic table. I don't know. I think I was eating mercury or I don't know what it was made of, drywall, but it was not the same. And you know when you're a kid, because if you're a poor kid, as soon as that bag cereal hit the cart, you're like, man, there ain't no toy in there. If you can see the cereal, if it's in a see-through container, it's not as good as what's coming in the box. There's no maze on the back for you to do. Only thing it is a choking hazard for you to put that bag over your head because you're so sad you had to eat that bag cereal.
What?
man.
Don't take my childhood away from me.
Oh, man.
Honeycomb was number 26. Kicks,
Oh, yeah, Kicks.
number
That was
30.
that's like the mom who wants you to still be healthy, but we'll have a little fun.
Well, that's it. That's the kid tested, mom approved one, right? Isn't that where they
Kicks.
got that?
It's very lightly sweet.
But didn't it suck?
yeah, it did.
Didn't no one like that crap?
People acted like they
What was
liked
the one
it.
with Mikey?
Yeah,
That was
those
Life. Life was number 40.
Oh, that's the kid tested, mother approved.
And imagine just
No, Mikey Likes It was Life.
yeah, dude, the heaviness of this, the whole branding of that. You want a bowl of life? Hey kid, how about a bowl of life? Give it to Mikey. Mikey likes anything. I was like, what a horrible branding. Okay, so this kid who's a trash dumpster will eat your cereal. Awesome. Give it to the goat.
It was Kicks. So get this. So General Mills introduced Berry Kicks in '92, Honey Kicks in 2009. Oh, but then in 2018 they changed it from kid tested, mother approved to kid tested, parent approved.
Ah, okay. Very PC of them.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Dad also buys cereal from time to time.
Yeah,
that was a point for you guys.
Be cool.
Number 36, cereal that was introduced to us in 2010, Crave with a K.
Yeah.
Crave?
I don't think I
Pretty
ever
good.
had that.
Crave.
Crave-
Kind of like Chex-ish.
I thought there's a no.
Ooh, they got like
Crave
a filling?
is a filling. It has like a little fudge.
Oh,
filling, but
yeah.
it's like a little
That
pillow.
looks
Yeah.
good.
It's not like a Chex.
A
Oh,
chocolate
I thought
pocket.
it was like a little waffle-looking thing.
No, it's a chocolate
try
pocket.
that.
Look at that.
Yeah, with chocolate
yeah.
Oh,
inside.
dude, I will
Shredded
bong this
wheat
whole
on here
bag.
anywhere?
Shredded wheat was number 48.
Like
Oh,
Frosted
that's
Mini
good.
Wheats.
Frosted Mini Wheats was number 50.
I
They have
had
the
to
best
stop buying
commercials.
this stuff. The Crave, because you sit there and you eat the whole thing.
Out of control. Look at this crap. They got s'mores Crave. They got strawberry crunch Crave.
Yes.
They got more chocolate Crave.
All right, number 37 is a cereal that I did like, Crispix.
Crispix.
I can tell you one that's not in the top 50. Sad, poor kid cereal. Sadder than the bag was a box called King Vitamin.
I don't know what that is.
What the hell?
Oh, bro, they couldn't even afford a cartoon mascot. They just had a creepy-looking old guy with a crown on his head. Look
Sounds
up
like
the
Burger
King
King.
Vitamin mascot. It's
Oh
just,
my
Vitamin.
gosh!
Was it a-
This looks
It is a
awesome.
picture of a guy.
Oh, my God.
it just looked like a. It
Oh,
just.
no.
It looks like a guy
That's the
from
scariest thing you could see as a kid.
It's a guy from Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy that
They
plays.
eventually softened it up, but man, when
Oh, my
when that
God.
box came into your house,
That's the guy that plays Abbott in the Abbott in the Men in Tights.
it had the ability to cut the roof of your mouth like Captain Crunch with none of the flavor.
King Vitamin.
That was terrible.
What's he up to now?
Sad cereal.
Is
He
it, I
long
wonder if
dead?
it's still around.
He got diabetes, I think.
He did.
Oh, you want to play the
it's
King Vitamin
King
commercial?
Vitamin.
I, the Blue Baron, challenge you to single combat. Let me at him. But, sire, the Blue Baron is 10 times your size.
Blue Baron.
How can you possibly win? I'll dazzle him with my fancy footwork. Watch.
What the hell is this?
Gad, you know, Baron, that's very good material in that suit. Now, King Vitamin, you're going to get yours.
I don't know. I've never
You
seen
can
this.
have some, too. Some what? Some of my tasty King Vitamin cereal. Sugar, sweet,
Vitamin.
golden crowns, and every bowlful gives you a whole day's worth of vitamins and iron.
Ooh.
Wonderful!
Oh, a whole day's
he
worth of vitamins and
Poisons
iron.
the enemy with his cereal. Cool.
Yeah, he literally, yeah, exactly. He used it to kill his enemies. That's what we were given. That's what was in my house. This is a cereal to poison King Joffrey with.
That's from 1970. Vitamin King Vitamin,
Man, what a
1970.
terrible cereal.
Alphabets is number 38.
Get out of here.
Was that anybody's?
Don't try to make me learn at breakfast.
I'm
Was that
not.
in anybody's house?
I have
Alphabets.
I have no authority here. I was not a part of the cereal wars. I refuse to be a consumer in that kind of crap. So I went straight for Cheerios or Grape Nuts.
Here's
That
the cereal
was
we
it.
had in our house.
Dude,
was,
I sent you a Grape Nuts commercial, an email just about 5 minutes ago, if you can pull it up.
Grape
At
Nuts?
the end of this, I want him to hear this Grape Nuts
Oh,
commercial.
what?
Man, it's making me hungry. I'm gonna
I
have
know.
to crack open.
He's
this
going to
box.
keep bringing it
Dude,
up.
that's the same box you've had since last year when we started this show.
Oh no, it's not. No, I've gone to 2, and this one's almost empty.
Did you bring that in yourself?
I had.
No, somebody gave that to him.
I had 2 stashes. I actually had 3 boxes in the office, and I'm down to 1 now. And look, that's 1 bowl left.
I
Maybe.
never see you eating it.
Well, I'm not gonna do it
Well,
in your face. I don't want to make you jealous.
I'm not jealous. If that was Lucky Charms, we'd have a
Number
problem.
41 was a Cracklin' Oat Bran.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. We had that in our house every once in a while.
It was never the first choice, but you're always like, fine, I'll eat it.
Crackling.
Yeah, they were sweet.
oat bread.
Oh, yeah.
They were kind of sweet.
They kind of look like cat food.
Yeah. Definitely looked like cat food. 44 was cornflakes. 45 was waffle crisp.
Ew, crackling oat bran looks terrible.
It's pretty good.
There's something about the color. It's like a little too dark.
There
you
was
know?
a sweetness to it, though. Like, it didn't taste terrible.
It really does, dude. Look, with no with no milk. I mean,
Yeah.
how could you not mistake that for cat food?
And number 46 was Go Lean Crunch. You want me to play this
Display Moon is a Grape Nuts commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Not wearing pants. It's important to start your morning right, and that means a bowl of grape nuts. Only Grape Nuts combines the wholesome flavors of sun-dried hay and middle school gymnastics mat to create that one-of-a-kind taste. And with a hardness rating equivalent to tourmaline and its sharp and jagged texture, you just might think you're eating a bowl of high-grade aquarium gravel. So if you're craving something indigestible and don't mind the sight of a little blood in your stool, why not reach for Grape Nuts? Make your teeth earn their keep with Post Grape Nuts.
Make your teeth earn their keep.
Aquarium gravel. I've never heard a better description.
That's exactly. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "That's exactly what it is." You're eating a bowl of aquarium gravel.
But I'm not. See, there's a method, and you let that sucker soak in all the milk, baby, and then it's just wet cardboard, and it's beautiful.
Hey, just so you know, and we all do love our cereal mascots, right? Who's the most famous of the cereal mascots? Maybe Tony the Tiger?
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Lucky the Leprechaun.
The Trix Rabbit and the Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam. Here are some fun facts about our beloved cereal mascots. You know Lucky the Leprechaun from Lucky Charms? He has got 6 DUIs. Captain Crunch actually participated in the January 6th riot.
What?
I thought I saw him there. That's who the Viking guy was.
Toucan Sam's beak promotes a homosexual agenda.
Okay.
Tony the Tiger doesn't actually think Frosted Flakes are great, but they're adequate. That doesn't make it. That doesn't make a great slogan.
They're fine.
You know that thing poking out from the Honey Nut Cheerios bee? Not a stinger.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, we all knew that.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop, they're a throuple.
That's progressive. I like that.
The Apple Jacks kids numb the pain of growing up in the foster system with fentanyl. So.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember the Apple Jacks kids.
That was heavy.
All right, yeah, very heavy.
Man, I'm fiending for them Jacks.
If anybody's feeding for anything, it's Sugar Smacks. I mean, that guy was so
That
chilly.
That guy was on heroin.
Selling drugs called Smack.
Yeah, that guy was. That frog was actively on heroin.
There are times when two things are great separately but horrible together. Pineapple and pizza.
What?
Mint and orange do not go together. Mayonnaise and pretty much anything else. The canned meat company Hormel, they also do make bacon. So they're launching a new product that combines its Black Label bacon with Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
Black Label bacon, huh?
They're not putting bacon bits into the cereal. They're rubbing the so-called Cinnadust onto thick-cut bacon. And it's then left overnight to reach optimal flavor, which is supposed to create a mix of sweet and salty. So you guys look for this in your local Walmart. Black Label Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bacon. Oh, available starting the 16th, so I don't know. Do you like sweet bacon? Do you like
Get like candied bacon?
candied bacon?
Sure, yeah.
I gotta be in the mood for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, in certain scenarios, and if it's done right, it's gotta be those big, thick
Think about like
pieces,
brown
you know?
sugar, like brown sugar and bacon onto the bacon.
Yeah, I mean, they literally make it into candy.
Yeah, that's all right.
If it's done right and in the right scene, it's pretty unbeatable.
Yeah, I'd rather have regular bacon, but okay.
You can't eat a lot.
It's all right. All right, let's do this. And that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Big thanks to everybody last night for coming out, hanging out with me, Kerry Davis, at the Hot Shots in St. Charles, hotshotsnet.com. From O'Fallon, Missouri, Russell Hesser is our team member. Russell has been a listener to the Rizz Show for the last 5 years and introduced both his wife and fellow co-workers to the show by spreading the gospel of Rizz. Loves how each of the Rizz Show members brings something different to the table and how every show always goes over smoothly. Yeah, you think? Russell appreciates my leadership, Moon's different perspectives and thoughts, King Scott's comments, Rafe's comedy, and Lern's point of view. Hey, thank you, Russell. Russell from O'Fallon, Missouri is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back and we'll crown the official Craigslist Freaks of the Week. So yesterday, another playoff round, 2 of these ads. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs, round number 2. And then we'll get into crap on celebrities. It is 7-11. It's Friday, traffic and weather. First look, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Left lane blocked due to debris on the road 64 westbound before New Ballast Road. Point forecast: breezy, slight chance for morning rain. High of 82. Right now it is 69 at the Point Studio.
So if you change my mind 1,000 times, you better hear them say, yeah, 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 I like it that way. Any man of mine better change their mind. He better squeeze and a please and a
All right, Point Fest 2022.
Thank you to Dan, the calzone man. He brought us all lunch yesterday.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Dan. I love you,
He
buddy.
was the best. They wanted us to try the new Hot Honey Bird that's happening all September. That's the new special. They brought just a plethora of all the deliciousness that Sauce on the Side has to offer. And I got to tell you, man, you better go and try it this September. Stuffed with hot honey chicken, fontina cheese. They got that house-made bacon jam, arugula, pickled jalapenos, and onions. And then they baste it with that hot honey butter, sprinkle a little spice on top, and then the hot honey butter on the side so you can just continue to dip it on. And it's perfect. They're open 7 days a week. They have vegan and gluten-free options available that you could stuff every meat imaginable into a calzone. You can customize your own, which is something that I always enjoy. And they've stuff for the kiddos, and beer and wine served at all locations. So why not go out and get yourself some Sauce on the Side for lunch or dinner. And you can also go to sauceontheside.com to see the location nearest you. And if you enter promo code LERN, L-E-R-N, you will get 10% off your order. So how do you like that? Sauceontheside.com.
Hello, my name is Jeff from the Rizzuto Show, and I'm standing here underneath the beautiful Hubbard sign. This is our, quarter mile, whatever it is, to keep clean, and because I lost real and fake again, I have to clean up the highway. So we're here at 270 in Olive, and I'm going to go clean up the highway, so enjoy. Hope they made it home okay. When's the break? There's a room key from the Hilton. I wonder what guy threw this out of his car window on the way home. Tony Patrico. Smells like exhaust. It's the actual reason why we're out here, actually, right there. Get this crap off the highway. Here we are at the
Victory Men's Health. Fellas, it's Friday. Some of us are getting paid today. Take a little bit of that paycheck, schedule yourself an appointment at victorymenshealth.com and go to one of the 4 locations that are here in the St. Louis area. They have all kinds of treatments. And now in the Sunset Hills location, which is their brand new one, I really want to talk about, they have cardiovascular testing where you can go down and they will do ultrasounds. I'm going next week to get mine done. They'll do ultrasounds of all of your major arteries and go through a whole process to check your cardiovascular system, make sure that you don't have any clogs in the drain that are problematic, that could cause big problems in your life. And on top of that, they have all the treatments they've offered before, including ED treatments, testosterone therapy, peptide therapy, collagen therapy, vitamin IV drip, you name it, they got it. Something to top you off and make you feel better and get you feeling like yourself again. I just got a message from somebody online who told me they went to Victory Men's Health yesterday, talked to the doctor, said the doctor mentioned my name and that how much they enjoyed when I come in and ask questions, and it made him feel comfortable. So people are going, man, and people are taking their health serious in 2024, and that makes me happy that some of these live reads are doing the trick and getting you guys to take care of your health. So don't wait. Take care of your health in 2024. There's 4 locations. Like I said, Sunset Hills, Town and Country, both O'Fallons. Find one near you and go right now and schedule yourself an appointment at victorymenshealth.com. That's victorymenshealth.com.
Of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as, whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them, and they know who we are, as people, oh, hey, Ben, or hey, Jason. We're like, oh, my God.
It's still getting used to it after 2 months.
Yeah, and it's been 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment of breakdown, I would think, between, being a fan and they seem so distant, and now they're a peer. And I think that probably takes a while to digest.
That's your word.
Yeah, it took some liberty with that word, but
closer than maybe the average.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Quiet and respect. We're getting all the fans set up here because it is
toasty.
It is hot as.
Good thing it's not hot today.
Yeah. It's fine.
Because that would be uncomfortable.
It's fine. You can still get your tickets. It'll cool down when the sun goes down.
True. Hot and no swearing.
Where's all the fun in
Why
that?
am I here? I'm just kidding.
I will say, again, as a fan, some of my favorite concert experiences have been at Breaking Benjamin shows. And I saw you guys last winter for your Unplugged tour. And
if you are heading to a job right now and you want a career, well, here is your opportunity. This moment was made for you, and I'm glad that you're listening. You got to check out apply.ficstl.org. Apply to become an install floor layer with the Carpenters Union. And as a member of the union, you will have more than a job. You will have a career with fantastic opportunities to grow and support yourself and to support your family. This is a fantastic opportunity for a lucrative career where once you get started, you start making money right away. An earn while you learn, or a learn while you earn sort of system, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. A massive opportunity for hands-on, real-life work that is lucrative, creative, and meaningful that will pay you while you learn. And it provides you with the peace of mind knowing that you're going to have the most competitive health coverage and pension for you and your family. All things opportunity here. Opportunity is knocking, and it's me telling you to go to apply.ficstl.org. Again, become an install floor layer with the Carpenters Union today. Apply.ficstl.org.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
This is strange that that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day. And
Yeah.
I remember the club well, We used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. Stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So.
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzShow. Show your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's E-Memoriam, that'll be on the way. Crab on Celebrities, Porno Birthday. We'll have time to give out some tickets, hopefully. Maybe we'll play RizzShow Password if there's time.
Oh, I hope so. Everybody loves that game.
Do they? We haven't played it in a while.
I think it's a good one for the listeners.
I think it's been almost a month.
I think it's time to bust it back out.
Okay, well, we got time. We'll do it today. We got some work to do, though. And right now it's time to move two freaks to the next round of the Craigslist Freak of the Week playoffs. That's right. So our final round one matchup pitted three past champions up against each other based on your votes. Two of the ads moving on to round number 2 of the playoffs and one step closer to earning the title of Craigslist Freak of the Year. So here's how it all shook out. In third place with 8.7% of your vote, we say goodbye to Dame of Thrones.
Dame of Thrones. This is the oh shoot!
This is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy who wants to role play. He's looking for Judi Dench. There's going to be multiple men, and it's going to be interesting. You got to act like you love it because this is the ultimate role playing experience in the bathroom,
in a public park, in a bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I forgot.
They called it dogging.
Yeah, no old broads.
That's why I forgot.
So you're going to be on the toilet. He's going to sneak in, bust open the stall door, and you're going to be forced to do things to him. So we say goodbye to Dame of Thrones. Goodbye, Dame. All right,
never stood a chance, honestly.
All right, folks, here we go. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs with 40.5% of your vote. It was nominee number 2, Zoo Diamond Phillips.
Beastmaster, man for woman, 39 years old, Vancouver. Hello, my fellow animals. Seeking a special lady to live the life that we're supposed to. We can make this long term if I'm convinced you really are here for the lifestyle and enjoy it as much as I do. My apartment is filled with animals. I have a dozen snakes, lizards, birds, and few mammals. The mammals, birds, and rodents are here for guests and mostly in their own rooms. The rest of the house is for me, the dragons, my snakes, and hopefully you. They are loose, and I am the Beastmaster. You must be nice to them and love them like I do. I don't work, so I'm here all day with them. You can work if you want, but just make sure it's not a job where you come home smelling like food. Some of my creatures are known to get testy if I'm not around to speak to them to calm them. You must be able to keep this a secret. It's not a pet-friendly complex. The snakes tend to crawl mostly around me and the couch because they're comfortable, and I have a heater by the couch. They love watching TV with me. You must be okay with live feedings and helping me with that. Can't wait to add a Beastmaster lady to my lair. Yes, they will be watching us have sex. They may ask to be involved sometimes. Must be from the area. I don't want to explain how to get to places, and you'll be responsible for most of the utilities.
All right, Zoo Diamond Phillips moving on, as is the top vote getter yesterday with 50.8% of the vote. Moving on, Java the Slut.
Coffee shop slut, woman for man, 29 years old, Montreal. I'm a bad barista, and I want somebody to get my panties frothy and lady parts percolating. I love coffee and want it inside me and all over me. I want you to come to my coffee shop after hours and stuff every hole I have full of coffee beans and pleasure and plow me while they steep inside. I will absorb the natural caffeine, and then we will scoop out the beans and get to brewing. French press, pour over, espresso. We will brew and drink my juices mixed with the exotic beans from all over the world. We can sip the sex brew together, and as the caffeine takes hold, we can pound out like overstemmed rabbits while you cover me in the coffee grounds, and then we envelop ourselves in the sight, smell, and feel of nature's gifts. We'll both be frothy by the night's end. We end the night with coffee, cold brew, high colonics. Horny, sexy, and healthy. Can't ask for much more. Hit me up.
All right, Java the Slice. I'm sorry. Java the slut.
Slice.
I was thinking about pizza already.
Yeah, I'm
so
thinking about
Italian.
cake. Java the slut. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. So thus ends round number 1. Yeah.
You know, speaking of coffee, I forgot about this, but last weekend during my nudist resort show, I met someone who knows you.
Me?
From when you were a barista.
Oh, at Mocha. Yes.
She said you would know her as the hot chocolate lady.
Of course. Yeah, you guys, I can make a mean latte for you.
A mean mocha?
I can do pretty much anything coffee-wise.
Pumpkin spice?
I can make you pumpkin spice. I could, you know what? You want a cafe au lait or... Yeah.
Cafe au lait?
Cafe au lait. Yeah, I loved being a barista at Mocha.
All right, well.
It was awesome.
Your friend's up there at the 40 Acre Club.
Your hot chocolate lady.
She's up there in the nude, in the buff.
She's in the buff, and she
Good for
said to
her.
tell you hello.
So
her favorite barista.
So next week we begin round number 2.
That's
the
right.
2 combatants are
Gene, Even Wilder, and Buzz Allrim.
Okay.
It's a head-to-head from here on out.
Yep, head-to-head here on out.
Zoo Diamond Phillips, by the way, will move on, and on October 10th, we'll take on Crawley Shores, so there's an animal thing there.
Okay.
And then we have Java the Slut will take on Dennis Prodman on the 24th of October. But you're right, the next one is Gene Even Wilder versus Buzz Allrim in the second round of the playoffs.
Why did I say Java the Slice? Am I really thinking about cake?
Are you hungry? Did you have breakfast?
Just talked about cereal for a while.
I don't know, man.
I did have breakfast.
Are you having something good for dinner tonight, or what's up with that?
I don't know.
Is your mom making that lasagna?
Maybe Sunday. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe Sunday.
If
How about
she makes
a concrete
lasagna,
invite, dude?
if she makes lasagna, I'll bring some in for everybody. Okay.
That's nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, well.
that's a nice way of uninviting us.
There's no time.
There's no time.
Well, there's
There's no time.
No
I talked
thanks.
to your
Time like
mom
the
this
No
morning.
time.
No time.
It's
No
fine.
thanks. No lasagna. No time.
If
There's
she
always
makes
time.
lasagna, I promise you I will bring you all in.
That's tight.
Slice.
She's
Remember,
willing.
she doesn't eat
Leftover lasagna.
leftover pasta.
Well, that's
And you know what? Just do it.
one of the
Yeah, that's
rules.
fine. She doesn't have to make the special vegetarian lasagna. I don't want her to have to do that.
she
anymore.
may.
Don't tell
I
her to
told
do
her
it.
not to.
Okay, good.
I told her not to, but
Don't
she's
do it.
maybe insisting. All right, today is September the 6th. Back in the day, 123 years ago, 1901, President William McKinley, shot at point-blank range at the World's Fair in New York, died from his wounds 8 days later. So McKinley was the third president to be assassinated, and it's because of his death that the Secret Service were assigned to their presidential protection duty. 56 years ago, 1968, Eric Clapton records the guitar solo for the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps, becoming the first non-Beatle to ever appear on one of their recordings. So George Harrison later said that Clapton's presence had another effect on the band and made them all try a little bit harder. They were all in their best behavior.
And then Clapton said, "I will take your wife,
Yep.
George," and he did.
And he did, yes.
Layla.
But they still remain friends.
I know, yeah. George was at the wedding for Eric Clapton and Patty Boyd.
Yeah, wild.
Wild.
29 years ago, 1995, Baltimore Orioles shortstop Cal Ripken Jr. breaks Lou Gehrig's record by playing his 2,000th, 131st consecutive game. And a little more on Cal in a second here. I do want to get into the Cal Ripken's conspiracy.
Okay.
But there was this thing between him and Kevin Costner, allegedly. In a second, we'll get to that.
Has to be,
you know that
has to
story?
be true. Yeah, it has to be true.
17 years ago, 2007, Luciano Pavarotti dies at the age of 71. And 6 years ago, 2018, Burt Reynolds dies at the age of 82. And that's what happened back in the day. So I don't know if you know much about Cal Ripken Jr., Lern.
I know this story, this conspiracy. It's
Well,
interesting.
Cal Ripken Jr., if you didn't know, was Hall of Fame shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles. Was on this. They never thought that Lou Gehrig streak would ever be broken of consecutive games played. And obviously Ripken broke it on this day 29 years ago. But after he broke the streak, he was still, he's still going. He still played. And he still had that number ticking up. The consecutive games number, was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as rumors and conspiracy theories go, what happened on August 14th, 1997 will forever go down in all-time sports lore. That's when, according to legend, the Baltimore Orioles successfully canceled a game after their star player, Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man, who was in the midst of extending the all-time record for consecutive games played, supposedly told the team he could not play that night. So the conspiracy theory purports that Kevin Costner was sleeping over at Cal Ripken's house, and Cal Ripken caught Kevin Costner sleeping with Cal's wife, Kelly. A fight ensued, and either Cal Ripken Jr. was too emotionally hurt or traumatized or actually physically hurt. He did not want to play that day. And one version of the conspiracy theory states that the Orioles shut off a bank of lights like along the first baseline, and they said there was a power failure. We can't play. Thus, preserving Cal Ripken Jr.'s consecutive game streak.
I believe it.
And
still real to me, damn it.
And actually, Kevin Costner has actually commented on this. And he says, he vehemently denies everything, although I don't think he'd ever admit to it if it was true. Baltimore had been slated to face off against the Seattle Mariners that night. Randy Johnson, the Hall of Fame, the big unit, the Hall of Famer, was supposed to be pitching.
Have any of the players ever said anything about any of this? Besides Cal. Has Cal mentioned? Or has he been asked about this?
Has Cal Ripken Jr. ever said anything about this? I don't know.
Yeah, not that I've ever seen. But I wonder if other players
Ripken Jr. He has denied it. He says, quote, the funny part about canceling the game was we all decided it was better to play that night because the next day would have been a Sunday game. Randy Johnson would have been throwing out of the stands. And a day game, he's much harder to see. So they wanted to play that night instead of the next day. But because of the power outage, they couldn't. They couldn't play that night.
Duh, he's going to say that. It involves his record. He's not going to tarnish it in any way. Heck of a theory, though. Heck of a conspiracy theory.
Well, I've told this before on the air, but I was in the basic training with the guy. His last name was Musarakis, and he played baseball at Kent State. And one of his fellow teammates played for the Orioles during this time. I heard the story secondhand from him. This is the first time I ever heard it. And he said his friend was just like a utility player bench player for the Orioles, and he said that is 100% true. That Cal Ripken called the stadium, said, hey, I got a situation going on at home. I'm not coming in. And they made the decision to go downstairs and cut the power to preserve his legacy and push the game to the next day. Because Kevin Costner I guess he left the house, got a little bit down the road, turned around, went back home to grab something, and walked in on them doing the deed.
Man.
And Kevin Costner was sleeping over at his house. That is what, now again, this is secondhand news. It doesn't make it true, but I did hear it from someone who had a friend who played on that team.
Huh.
So who knows?
Well, the conspiracy theory lives on.
It's perpetuated itself over time, so who knows?
It makes for a great story.
Yeah, it does.
I hope Kevin Costner makes a movie out of that.
Yeah.
Should.
Go straight to HBO Max.
As long as he's wearing a cowboy hat and talking like this.
Yeah, it'll be a Western.
Bull Durham, too.
Right on.
And that's what happened back in the day.
Hey, wait.
Yes.
Speaking of, y'all haven't seen Horizon. It's on. You can go watch it. Nobody's seen it, right?
Kevin Costner, you watched it, right?
I have not finished it, but I've seen almost all of it.
Glowing review.
My review was not great. The first act was a little not what I thought it was going to be. But by Act 2 and I'd say 80% through the movie, you're kind of like, okay, I'm kind of in on this.
It's got a great cast.
It does have a great cast. It's worth a watch, I think.
I don't know. This weekend I'm going to try to watch Pretty Woman and give you my review on Monday.
Yes, I was watching it the other day. I think you're going to like it. I was watching it thinking about how you're going to be watching it. That's how I was watching it the other day.
Well, listen, a big shout out to our friends over at the Popcorn Company, Ella and Ollie.
Oh,
Heck yes.
Who yesterday gave us just a crap ton of popcorn and all the accessories and their oils and stuff.
Heck
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to pop a big old tub of popcorn.
Heck yeah, dude.
Season it up.
Not just gave us popcorn. It gave us our favorite popcorn on the planet. It's truly the best stuff.
Yeah, look for it at your local store. But, yeah, Orville Redenbacher who?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you not get yours, Scott?
Nope. Is it down in the office or is it long gone?
There's one still in the office. Rafe, is that yours on your desk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys have it.
Oh,
Brother,
Thank you, guys.
Dude.
They had one for you, too.
You can have mine, bro.
No.
For real,
I think I saw Anthony Stalter stealing a
Yeah,
couple of
that's what
bags
I figured.
yesterday whenever he was
It's
here.
worth stealing for sure.
Oh, Scott, I didn't know.
Oh, man.
You can have the goods. All I want is the little bucket.
Oh, the
little
popper.
the
Silicone
silicone
popper?
popper.
Yeah, they got a silicone popper that I'd like to retain.
They had
that
one
part
for
of
you,
the
too, Scott.
Makes all the difference.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're going to have to
They're
invite
awesome.
him over to
I
have
do
some of your
love that
popcorn.
company.
They got
man, make
infused. They had infused olive oils too, and dusters, like different flavored dusters. Oh god!
No way.
Yeah, Ella and Ollie.
Yeah, and you don't get any. You don't get any.
That's cool.
But anyway.
All right, here we go.
All right, Lern,
nice.
what do we got?
Hey, guys, Linkin Park is back. Let me just run through what happened yesterday. So a new album called From Zero is going to be released on November 15th. The first single from the album is called The Emptiness Machine. It's out now on YouTube. Emily Armstrong from Dead Sarah is now the new vocalist. If you're watching the live stream yesterday, first song out, they're singing. All of a sudden, this cool-looking blonde chick comes walking out, absolutely kills it.
Yeah, I got the audio.
Here's a little bit.
This is the opening. Okay, so I forgot this was even on yesterday.
You might want to speak. She's kind of in the middle of the song when she comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, go for a while.
So the group has announced a 6-date worldwide arena tour ahead of this album's release. So they're going to be playing at the Forum in LA next Wednesday, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn on September 16th. Tickets go on sale for the 2 U.S. dates. And a more extensive tour is going to happen in 2025. This is really exciting. Now, original drummer Rob Bourdon is not taking part in the reunion. He's been replaced by a guy named Colin Britton. Mike Shinoda said that...
Colin's great. He's a producer, songwriter. He's been around for the last couple of years, just like crushing it with everybody.
Yeah, he was great yesterday.
In this scene, yeah.
Mike said that Rob wanted to put some distance between himself and the band. And so he just said to them a few years ago that he wanted to have some distance, so he's not going to be on this tour at all.
Yeah, and he basically said like he'd been not doing stuff for the band for a while and not being in touch with anybody, so that's it.
But you do get Mike Shinoda, Brad Delson, you get Dave Phoenix Farrell, Joe Hahn, and now you're going to have new vocalists filling in for those Chester Bennington parts, Emily Armstrong.
And she's great.
She is great.
She's great. She did a really, really good job.
She came out strong, and she has that gravelly nature to her voice that I think made Chester so exquisite. And that's something that I took away, because when Linkin Park came out on the scene when I was in high school, I freaking loved this band. And I absolutely love it as a woman. I know here's my feminazi comments, but I absolutely love that they picked a chick to come out, because I think it adds enough distance between Chester that she's not replacing him.
It's a perfect move, but they didn't just get a gal. They got a gal that like kind of has her own thing, but at the same time can cover that.
Yes.
Well, we'll see how the new we'll see how the new record is.
Dual voice for Chester.
She's gonna.
The
come
cool
out
thing
here
is
soon.
too is like a lot of the stuff that's so hard for any dude or anybody really to sing the Chester stuff is there's good range. So like not only does it do the high and he does the the power chord gravel kind of thing. There was some stuff that like for me, because I talked to these guys and was thinking like, oh my god, that would be so cool, and was kind of going through some of the exercises to do that. Some of the lower stuff is hard, and Chester did it really well. This gal can do it up and go up, and it doesn't sound weird.
No, you're right.
So she does it in her range and does it really well and controls it well.
Here we go.
Okay, well,
Let her scream. Can we get to the screaming part? For real.
Okay.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I love it.
Well,
She's
you
got
can,
the-
you
she's
can
got
hear
the
all
look.
the hits on the live stream. It's still up there on YouTube. They got a new song out called "The Emptiness Machine."
Yes.
Which we're playing here on the point. I do have a little snippet of that.
That was that song.
It is the recorded version. Well, listen to it. It'll
They're the
be on
nicest
all
guys
weekend.
and the best guys in the business. So to have them back and doing anything is just like the coolest freaking thing ever. I'm rooting for them. All of us are.
And so From Zero, their band name before Linkin Park was Zero, And so that's where the title From Zero comes from. A new Motorhead compilation called We Take No Prisoners is due out on October 25th. It has a 7-inch single box set, so Motorhead fans rejoice on that. Hulu and Disney Plus have announced The Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. It's going to start streaming on October 15th. David Gilmour of Pink Floyd wants to sell their catalog for more than just the money. He told Rolling Stone selling it would be a dream because then he could be rid of the decision-making and the arguments that are involved with keeping it going. He didn't mention whether or not former bassist Roger Waters would be on board for that, but he did explain that the band's decisions are made of a veto system with 3 people saying yes, but only 1 person saying no.
Clint checking in. Rizz, there's no time for lasagna. 2 minutes later, this weekend I'm going to try to watch Pretty Woman and give you my review.
Good point. Yeah, we read that into it too. You know?
Well, no, you have to watch it for the show.
Pretty
That's
Woman
work.
is an hour and a half. Lasagna is an entire day.
Yes.
Okay? Clint.
Motley Crue is releasing a 35th anniversary deluxe box set of Dr. Feelgood on November 22nd. And speaking with that, new in record stores and streaming today, you got stuff from the Airborne Toxic event, Blink-182, David Gilmour, Paris Hilton, LL Cool J, Mr. Big, Neil Young, all have things out in record stores. Paris Hilton. In TV news, Peacock are turning the 1989 beloved Tom Hanks cult classic, The Burbs, into a series starring Keke Palmer. Seth MacFarlane's behind it.
Oh, The Burbs is such a great friggin' movie.
It is.
With Corey Feldman and, who else?
The Neighbor.
Bruce Dern.
Yes.
Was in that. Carrie Fisher was the wife?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a great movie.
The Klopex.
I like the Seth MacFarlane's behind it. Brian Grazer. I don't know who that is. Who's Brian Grazer?
He's
Ron Howard's partner.
Oh, okay. Well, this would be good, maybe.
You guys all saw The Burbs, right?
Oh, love it. There go the GD Brownies.
Is that an underrated Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah,
totally.
for sure.
I don't think they get to do. You know, when you think Tom Hanks, Captain Phillips and Forrest Gump and Philadelphia.
Dude, it's so good. And it's one of
Castaway.
It's one of Feldman's greatest roles. And that old feller, I forget his name, but he's the best. And his neighbor, even just like, you know, coming over and walking in and sitting down at the breakfast table and talking, you're just like, this is a funny.
Dude, but nobody brings up
the neighbors
Burbs.
too. As a kid, I was like, oh, this is gonna be scary.
He hasn't even seen one of Feldman's greatest performances, which is his long overdue movie review. After your Pretty Woman, he's going to go watch Lost Boys.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's the last thing I do. This man is watching Lost Boys. I can't believe.
I started it. My son and I have watched half of it, but I have been waiting for him to have the time to get back into it because I do not want to finish it without him because it was definitely a cool movie to watch with my son. So I'm halfway through it, and I can't believe I missed this as a kid.
Don't you want to wear a dangly earring in one of your ears?
It does seem fun to be a crazy gangster vampire on motorcycles.
I want to do that. Let's start that in a cave down in Monroe County.
What about Tom Hanks' Money Pit? Remember that movie?
I've never seen Money Pit.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Shelley Long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Shelley Long from Cheers.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
another good one.
Have you guys ever seen Troop Beverly Hills?
Yes.
Good. Hey, check out the trailer for Mr. McMahon, the Netflix docuseries about the former WWE boss, Vince McMahon. It's going to debut on September 25th on Netflix. It's going to touch on the shocking abuse allegations that led to his ouster and includes participation from people you love like John Cena and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So that new trailer's up out for you. Moving on into movie news in theaters today, Beetlejuice. Did you also see that Michael Keaton is changing his name back to his original name, Michael Keaton Douglas?
I did see this.
I love it. I love that
his original name is Michael Douglas.
And he wasn't allowed to have it because there was already a Mike Douglas in cinema. And so the union... Mike
Douglas,
Mike Douglas,
talk
show host.
Douglas,
so he couldn't have his real name. His real name is Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton Douglas. And so now that's what he would love everybody to refer to him as, but you will still see him in the credits labeled as Michael Keaton for Beetlejuice.
Would you like to guess the Rotten Tomatoes on Beetlejuice?
Give me 83%.
You need to give me the critics and the audience.
Okay, I'm going to say the critics 74.
74.
The audience 83.
Okay.
Show me critics 81 and show me audience 94.
Okay, Rafe.
Critics 57, audience 85.
Okay, Scott.
I'll go critics 75, audience 89.
Man, Scott is on fire because you are the closest in both.
Wow.
Always.
Great.
Critics 77, audience 87.
Dude.
It's great.
Way to
I'm
go.
going to celebrate some great popcorn today.
I hope you do.
Critics 77, you say?
Critics 77.
Cool.
I can't wait to see
good.
it.
I'll
Cool.
take that.
The Thicket is also out. This is a Western starring Peter Dinklage as a bounty hunter. Levon Hawke, who's Ethan Hawke's son, is in it. Juliette Lewis, as well as James Hetfield from Metallica. So go see The Thicket
Andrew
out.
Schultz is in that movie, too. I saw a clip from it on his Instagram.
Oh, Andrew Schultz, the comedian?
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
What a hodgepodge of people to put in a movie.
Have you watched the show Tires?
I have.
And that's what's his name?
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, yes. Shane Gillis stars. It's like 25-minute episodes. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, is it pretty good?
Hilarious.
Is it?
Okay.
Maybe I'll try
They're
it
like
before I cancel my Netflix.
They're like 25-minute sketches.
But it's like
It's
they
based
they
on
work at a tire shop.
They work at a
right?
tire shop.
It's kind of Letterkenny, but like American Shane Gillis.
I
style,
love it.
Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Did
You love
Did you
it?
watch all of it? I loved it.
I watched all of it. It was pretty good.
It wasn't a thinker. It was kind of just shut your mind off and just 25 minutes in and out.
Old
have a
school
couple
sitcom?
chuckles.
No, it's like new school sitcom where it's just people making fun of each other in situations.
Yeah, it's great.
It's Letterkenny, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Anyway,
All right.
sorry.
No, that's all right. Hugh Jackman still has his Wolverine bod, and he's showing it off in the latest Thirst Trap photo. He posted a shirtless photo on Instagram if you'd like to go see that. And the caption just reads, "I am grateful." And then one lady chimed in and says, "Hugh, we are also so effing grateful."
Man, there's no way he's not on roids.
I don't care.
Hugh Jackman. If you ask any bodybuilder,
Yeah, didn't everybody come out and say this isn't physically possible for somebody his age without roids?
like
Didn't they
watch
say that?
him in the first X-Men movie where he's still jacked, but in this one he's shredded. In this in the Wolverine,
It gives me, I want to,
Deadpool, it's shredded.
like, I want to have that many packs
know.
in
I
my
mean,
belly.
and
Does it
bodybuilders like
inspire
there's
you?
no
It
way
does.
this is physically possible.
When's it like? Does that happen often? Because it's only
Without
happened to me
steroids.
once. I
Where
joined a gym once.
Yeah.
And it was after I watched 300. I went, I could do that. I could
Yeah.
do that. And I got I think I gained 16 pounds of muscle mass. Like I worked my ass off for like 9 months after watching the movie 300. Yeah, that's embarrassing, but I'm
No, it's
admitting
not.
it right
I think
here.
a lot of people did that.
It was the first time that I've ever been like, well, shoot, I think I want to look like
Oh,
that.
I thought that was all CGI'd too.
No,
Some
I
of it-
think
some
300.
of
A
it
lot
was.
of it, the six packs were like
Lot of
painted on.
makeup.
Some of it was painted, yeah. But that dude, I mean, those guys all got
Oh, yeah.
stupid shredded for
Yeah.
it. But either way, I was like, I watched it. I was in the theaters going, I mean, I think it was before I left Warenberg, I signed up for a gym.
I'm in that mindset as of right now. I was thinking about it last night. As I'm approaching 40, I'm like, okay, now's the time. I want to get in the best shape of my life so the next 40, I'm just solid. And so this picture of Hugh Jackman made me want to be like,
Really?
not
It's
ripped
Made
in
you
that
want to
way.
get steroids.
I might go on roids. Who knows?
He may not
Hey,
be on. He
works
didn't
for
get like
him.
super bulky. You know, there's
Oh,
a lot
they
of
say-
money. There's the amount of money when you have someone prepping your meals and a physical trainer waking you up at like if we have all of those things in your life,
Yeah.
you can get ripped like that. It just costs a lot of money.
Listen, I'm not a bodybuilder. I watch videos and I read things and they're saying, man, there's no way
At his age.
that, especially at his age.
Maybe they just hating. Maybe they hate us because they ain't us.
That's right. Also, Jennifer Aniston, I follow her on Instagram, and she
hate you
is
because it ain't you.
part of a class or some sort of app called Evolve, I believe, and she endorses this, and she was working out in her little personal gym with her personal trainer, and I was like, damn. And she's got just a normal, good-looking bod. Like, you know, she's
Now,
not ripped, but
taking
she's just look great.
Taking steroids, I don't think is illegal.
No. Do what
No,
you
no.
do
Only
what
if
you
you're,
want.
you know,
Only if you're
in
like
baseball.
in competition.
Right.
But
it's
and
not
Hugh
against.
Jackman denies it. I mean, he's like, I'm all natural.
It's not against life regulations. There's like 100 of those things that are totally legal.
But they're saying even somebody like John Cena, you know, yeah, you work out a lot and yeah, you eat well, but that being that big is impossible.
Yeah.
Without help.
Well, I'm about one finger tap away from getting the body app. What does Mel promote? Her Beachbody? I
Yeah,
did that.
Body.
2020, I did Beachbody from 2020 to 2023. I think that's when I stopped it. And it was, I got in the best shape of my life
Dude,
at my house.
My wife is ripped.
and
She's
it's
always fit.
convenient, affordable. They give you, I did the shakes. I did, I also read this book called Clean, about clean eating.
Come
Dude,
over for lasagna.
Okay. Anyway, Will Ferrell is in a new trailer as well. He took a road trip with a close friend who's recently transitioned
Dockside.
to womanhood. They made a documentary about it, and it's great. Gives an insight. It's a former writer of SNL, right?
Yes.
And
Head writer.
and they have transitioned to womanhood, and Will Ferrell's one of their best friends. And so there's a trailer out for that and talking about the story of having trans friends and that whole
There's some funny
experience.
moments in the trailer.
The trailer looked great, and it was very touching. Like I was watching it sitting in my car this morning and
crying.
I almost got a little choked up. I thought the trailer looked really, really good.
Big sissy.
Hey, speaking of New England Patriots, you guys, head coach Bill Belichick has created an Instagram account. The dude is 72. You know, he's been dating this new hottie.
She's like 24.
And she's 24. And he said on the Pat McAfee, what is it? McAfee show that he was going to join Snapface. And so he is. He is now on Instagram. He says, I decided it was a good place for me to land so I could talk to you and share what I'm up to because there's a lot going on.
Get out of here, dude.
He
She
says,
created
"See
it
you
for him.
soon."
He doesn't even.
She's managing that account.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, baby, you need an Instagram.
Oh,
okay,
really?
make one.
I'm an influencer.
No, he
Great.
doesn't.
Go ahead.
Thoughts and prayers for real going out to Beacon, the golden retriever who provided support during the Olympics. This was the golden retriever who you saw, like Simone Biles, like everybody petting and like loving on all the athletes. And apparently this dog is in the hospital right now, has some stiffness, labored breathing, a fever, and is undergoing some treatment. So
Swam in that Seine River.
Yeah, you're probably right. And there's also a GoFundMe. And finally,
no, don't drink out of the river.
Who is the richest woman in the world right now?
The richest woman in the world.
Yes.
Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Incorrect.
Melinda
Dude,
Gates.
She's giving away.
Incorrect.
She's giving away so much of her money, dude. She's like
A lady from Lost Boys.
No.
Yeah, which I know she's
one of the
giving away a
Walmart.
lot, but it's also like taking a thimble of sand off the beach.
maybe so, but dude, she's been like the person to look to for actual like legit philanthropy. That gal has been so inspiring.
Melinda Gates?
No.
No, the other chick.
The former Bezos.
Oh, yeah. What is her name? I wish we should know her name.
Nobody knows.
Angel.
Eddie.
Nobody will ever know.
Well, guys, the daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton is now the world's richest woman. She just beat L'Oreal Cosmetics heiress Francois Betancourt Myers. Alice Walton has co-managed Walton Enterprises, a fortune valued at $95.7 billion, and she is now being crowned the world's richest woman on the billionaires list from Bloomberg. By the way, yesterday, for the first time in my life, I bought a Mega Millions. I bought I spent $56 on Mega Millions yesterday.
Yeah, you went all in on that.
Damn.
We're all getting
$56.
We're all getting a basket of cats.
I
when she
handpicked
wins.
my numbers. I did the 2-play. I don't know what the hell that was. The woman at the gas station could not have been more educational and sweet to me. I walked in, I go, I don't know what I'm doing. She goes, go back to the kiosk, fill out the little,
The bubbles.
picked all sorts of special numbers.
Well,
Guys,
the Mega Millions is tonight.
I hope I win. And I got Tim came home yesterday and I go, what if we win? This would be so great.
And then you started the fantasies. What are we going to do?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it?
You played my social security number, didn't you?
No.
Oh, what?
I
Why?
don't
It's
have that
worked out
written
for me.
down. Anyway, I'm very excited to join the heiress of Walmart founding company Walton Enterprises, as I will also be a Mega Millions
Congratulations.
millionaire soon.
Yeah, that's so
Thank
cool.
you.
Not even close to what she's worth.
I know.
Congratulations in advance. I always believed in you.
Thank you.
All right, birthdays.
Oh, birthdays. Celebrity celebrating those today. Pippa Middleton is 41. Naomi Harris, that's Miss Moneypenny from James Bond, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. She's 48. Nina Persson, the Cardigans singer, is 50. Chad Coleman, that's Tyrese on The Walking Dead. He's 50. Idris Elba is 52. Macy Gray is 57. Rosie Perez is 60. Mark Chestnut, the country singer who did Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, is 61. Betsy Russell, that's Jill from the Saw movies. She is 61. Pat Waaktaar. What a name. Waaktaar. Dude's got dude, right? Has 4 A's in his name. This is the guy from Aha. Take on Me.
Yeah, what about, it's the singer?
I guess so. His name is Pal Waaktaar. Pal. Coolest name ever, 63. Michael Winslow, that is the dude from Police Academy, the radar technician.
Yep.
And he's
Spaceballs.
also in Spaceballs. He's 66. Jeff Foxworthy is also 66. Jane Curtin from SNL is 77. Roger Waters, Pink Floyd legend, is 81. David Allan Coe, country outlaw from You Never Even Called Me by My Name, is 85. And Joanne Worley, comedic genius from Laugh-In, and also the the wardrobe in Beauty and the Beast. That's why you know her voice. She's 87 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Kimberly Cups. And today's birthday girl's been in 131 fine films, including The Battle of the Boobs, Battle of the Busty Blondes, Bra Busters 1, The Breast Files 3, Crack Shot, Double Airbags 4, The Girls from Hootersville, Sweet Cheeks 105, and Who Can Forget a Role in 1997's Fillmore Butts Taking Care of Business. Kimberly Cups would have been.
Oh, you didn't.
Would have been 69 years old. Passed away in June after a lengthy battle with breast cancer.
Dude, double airbags.
Double airbags.
Silliest
Double
thing
airbags
ever.
4.
Can you imagine?
Battling her whole life.
That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Rafe Williams and his weekly E-Memorial.
Peter switched the dial.
Also, this made me laugh. I saw a post going around this week about Satan creating a lighter version of hell.
Satan light, right? Okay.
It's like hell light.
Okay.
So where your torture isn't quite as bad, but still torture.
Diet hell. It might be for you. Cool.
So like you're stuck behind a school bus for eternity. Like, so it's not like burning in the in hell's eternal fire.
Yeah. Diet hell, 70% less ass play.
So what might be some torture you would see in a lighter version of hell? Just think about it over the break. It's 7:58. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Still got that left lane blocked due to debris on the road 64 westbound before New Balance Road. Your point forecast breezy, slight chance for morning rain. High of 82 right now. It is 72 at the Point Studio.
Joined in the Point Studio now by the mastermind behind Ghost, Tobias Forge. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How do you do?
I'm doing really well. It's an absolute great pleasure to have you here, and the absolute ferocious fan base of Ghost has me completely petrified that I'm going to screw this interview up because they
then don't.
Right. Well, that's the idea. But it's one of those really great things in getting to talk about Ghost right now because you can just feel all the excitement and everything kind of not starting to come together, but just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That has got to be an amazing thing for you to see on your side of things.
Of course it is. I mean, I've done many records in my life that did cause nothing, you know. So it's you never know how many times you will have this feeling. So I'm trying to sort of absorb it and
your job, and you're like, oh God, this sucks. Why does it suck? You don't like what you're doing. You don't like who you're working for or with. You've kind of hit the ceiling as far as how far you could go in the company, and you've had it. You dread it. Well, if you're ready to flip the script on your future, I got someplace for you. It's called Centric. Centric. Imagine transforming your life and career in just a couple months. You will dive into Centric's accelerated tech program. Technology, whether you're into coding or cybersecurity or network administration, Centric has you covered. And in as little as 4 months, you can get the skills you need to find a job in a brand new industry, a growing industry, a lucrative industry, hands-on training that sets you up for real-world success. And that's right, I said 4 months. So imagine you being ready for a new career by the new year. And the best part about this is you get to choose how to learn. On-site, online, day, evening, you can do a flex option. Centric's flexible learning fits your life. It's not the other way around. So you got new programs starting all the time. The right moment is whenever you're ready. Change your life. Do it today. Centric.com/Rizz, CENTRIQ.com/Rizz.
So aside from rest, relaxation, and a lot of work, another reason we bought the farm was because my wife owns a company called All Things Elderberry, where she makes elderberry elixir and various other elderberry products. So not only are we building a house on the property, but this is the field over here. with over 70 rows of elderberry plants. Over 9,000 elderberry plants on this field right now. So let me take you up there. Let me show you what it's all about. So instead of buying elderberries from somebody else, we thought, let's just grow the elderberries ourselves. No big deal. So here we are up here on the big field. It's about 5+ acres of elderberries. As I said, 70 rows, over 9,000 plants. So the rows start over here and go all the way down. So last October, all these plants were put in. Now right now they look like little sticks. But come late July, come August, these sticks will be about yay high, full of elderberries. So there are a bunch of different varieties of elderberry in the field here. This is called a Pocahontas. So this will eventually be here, maybe even higher. So come July, August, we'll need tiny hands to come pick these elderberries, put them in buckets for processing. But for the time being, we need to mulch every single row. Every single row. The mulch is going to go onto the rows to prevent weeds from sprouting up and killing the elderberry plants. So yeah, that's the next big thing. Mulching.
Backstage at Point Fest, our first interview of the day is a gentleman that the first time that we met was in the restroom.
And we wasn't.
Exciting news coming from the world of 123 Mortgage and my friend Kevin Putney. The Federal Reserve is hinting at a potential interest rate cut, and this is going to be for the first time in the year. So what does this mean for you? This means opportunity. It's a great opportunity if you own a home to refinance. It's a great opportunity if you're looking to buy a home and have more affordable financing. And Kevin Putney's great because if you call Kevin today, he's getting everything started for you, and he's going to track the rate changes to help you get in at the exact right moment. So refinance, lower your monthly payments, or shorten your loan term. I took my 30-year down to a 15 with Kevin a couple of years ago. If you're looking to buy that dream home, secure your dream home with more affordable financing, yes, just keep your eye on it. And if you don't got time, Kevin will keep his eye on it for you. That's Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. 314-862-0123. That's 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval, restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
Time to save some green. Go visit my good friends over at Mount Top Motor Company out there in Troy. They have an incredible lineup of cars, trucks, SUVs. In fact, you can see the whole inventory right now at mounttopmotors.com. And to top it off, no payments for 90 days. They have some of the best financing around, all kinds of ways to save some money. And what's amazing about them is they're just down to earth. It's a no pressure environment. So you're going to find the right car. You're going to enjoy the process because they're amazing. So aim higher. Go to Mount Top Motor Company. It's mounttopmotors.com.
Wake up! Cause when you gotta go on a table, and then you gotta go on a table, and then you gotta sit on a table, and then you trust in my sip and slide. That was System of a Down's Chop Suey.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this.
When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto to Fine Music, I will teach at least one class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your dreams. Learn how to play guitar. Yes, fine licks like this.
Launch is a national custom headwear company located right here inside of STL, and they just hit a huge milestone this year, producing over 1 million hats for small businesses all over America. And I think we all know, usually when you get a piece of merch from work or from some sort of company or some sort of event or swag bag, it almost always sucks. Let's just admit it. It's too small for your head. It's like got a weird logo that you would never want to wear out. If you're a business owner and you want to get hats that don't suck, you got to go to Hat Launch, okay? And we get it. You're on the run. You're busy. You don't have all day to order custom hats, but order from Hat Launch as easy as ordering a cheeseburger at a drive-thru, all right? You pull over, you take a picture of your logo on the side of the van, you upload it to the website, and you got your order within 10 to 14 business days. That's how easy it is to use Hat Launch. And right now, if you order 12 or more custom hats from Hat Launch, you get an exclusive RizzShow hat that says Weirdo on the front upside down. It's a very cool hat. We have a few in the office. And that's a free gift just for ordering 12 or more custom hats from Hat Launch. And it's only available if you order 12 or more custom hats. You can go to the website, put in the hatlaunch.com/Rizz. That's hatlaunch.com/Rizz. They'll throw in the exclusive free hat with your order, so don't wait. Get you some cool swag for your business that people will actually rep and be a walking billboard for you. Go to hatlaunch.com/Rizz.
Bum, bum, bum. Hi from the outside.
Like right now, Moon. Busy?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad for a Friday?
There's just that debris right there. I mean, yesterday we had a mess. Today looks
Yesterday was a mess.
fairly normal.
Well, this could be good news or bad news depending on when you head off to work, but a study found that rush hour is evolving.
Oh.
The morning rush and the evening rush. So there aren't as many cars on the road pre-9 a.m. anymore because traffic is getting more spaced out. But in a lot of cities, and I'm not sure the way it is in St. Louis, but that means there's a mini rush hour pretty much all day long. So this report they just did found the midday rush hour is worse than ever. There are almost as many cars on the road at noon as there are at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Wow. And it's been the general trend since COVID hit and flexible hybrid schedules started becoming a thing. So isn't
this what we want, though?
Well, you think spreading it out might mean there'd never be a rush hour, but another report found public transportation never fully rebounded from the pandemic, so there are just more cars on the road.
But wouldn't you rather have it spread out than have to know that you're going to deal with just monumental crap all in, like 8 a.m.?
I would. And the traffic analyst behind the report said there's less of a morning commute, less of an evening commute, and much more afternoon activity now. And maybe get used to it. He called this the new normal. Not great for us radio people on the morning.
I was just going to say, afternoon radio people are going to be like, hell yeah.
Well, no, even they said the evening rush is less, but middays.
Now more people are out.
Now more people midday.
Ugh.
How about that? So this made me laugh when I saw this post going around about, Satan creating this lighter version of hell, where your torture isn't quite as bad, but it's still torture.
Right. Still hell.
It's still hell, but not the eternal hellfire of the hell we would think of. So, like, you're stuck behind a school bus for an eternity. Like, it's torture and it's hell. Stuck in a room with all your exes for eternity.
Right.
That's hell. Somebody wrote, getting stuck behind an old person writing a check. That's hell.
Mine would be everybody's got BO in hell. And
Everybody's got
nobody's
BO in
wearing
hell.
deodorant.
You were doing a lot of mouth breathing.
I'm just mouth breathing for eternity. Gross.
Walking on Legos wherever you go. In socks.
Everyone you run into has their eyelids turned inside out.
Oh, God.
Just like your older brother or cousins used to do.
Being in a room full of mouth breathers. I mean, speaking of, you can imagine everybody just around you going,
So how about somebody constantly sounding like It's constantly sound like somebody's whistling in a hallway. And you can never find the person to tell them to stop.
That's your torture.
That's my hell. You're like, where are you? And you can't. It's just endless hallways, and you cannot find the person whistling, but all you hear is the whistling.
Yeah.
You're constantly compelled to find the whistler.
Endless Loop of Jack and Jill by Adam Sandler's playing. You can't watch anything else.
Watching a movie on just constant repeat.
Every day you wake up, you have to take a friend to the airport and then help them move.
I like that one.
How about constantly having to wait in line for everything? So everything you do, from getting a drink of water at the fridge to going to the bathroom, there's a line of at least 5 people.
Dial-up internet.
Slow internet, yep. Being stuck in a never-ending game of tic-tac-toe. You're just constantly playing.
Yep.
You'll get better and better.
It never ends.
Yeah, or having to play the game Risk with your dad and all his friends.
With the little ships.
Oh, man. That game lasted forever.
Can you imagine an everlasting tic-tac-toe? Like every time you throw an X down, one just fades away. Like every time you put one down, something fades away. You're just like, I can't do it.
How about just being stuck in your car and constantly looking for parking?
That's your hell.
That is your hell, dude.
Always having to deal with parking problems. You never find a space. Like your hell is you're at the Galleria on December 20th.
Brentwood Promenade.
Dude.
Brentwood Promenade is just traffic and just anarchy. This is, you have to find a parking spot at the Galleria or West County Mall on December 20th. And you'll never find a spot. And you're constantly driving around. And you're always, are you guys leaving? Oh, okay.
Another one is every app you try to open, it just spins. Never lets you get there.
How about being stuck in a never-ending elevator?
Yeah, no thanks.
Long ways to go.
How about getting stuck in revolving doors, just going around and around and around?
Reminds me of Elf.
How about having to listen to the same joke over and over and over again?
Does anybody have, I mean, have you guys all picked one that you've heard so far that's definitely your worst?
Yeah, it's the BO for me. My hell is going to smell like bodies that have not bathed in years.
That's worse than all the examples he's given?
How about you're supposed to go out and pick up all the dog poop from the yard, and it just
keeps
piling up.
Right.
That's fresh.
The worst one that you've mentioned. Do you have a worse one that you've mentioned so far?
These are all horrible.
Nothing has topped the waiting in line for everything, though. Can you imagine being on the couch and like, I got to go to the bathroom. You go, oh, God.
You got to get in line.
I mean, truly, everything has a
Every
line.
single
I
thing.
mean, you would just turn it. It would be your nightmare because you would not want to move or do anything ever.
It'd be cool if they had a theme park that had lines like that all the time.
Forced depression, forced debilitation.
Everything you, and like to get in your car in the morning to go to work, you got to wait in line to get in your car.
To go to bed. You're like, oh, I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed.
I got to wait in line.
That's so good. Dude, I think that one is the worst for me.
I think that, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't stop thinking about it. It was just, you would just not want to move. You would just go, this is it.
No, imagine laying in bed and, you got to pee in the middle of the night and you got to get up and wait in line.
Yeah.
Everybody shares one toothbrush.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, dude. That's a bad one. You wait in line to brush your teeth, and everyone's just handing the same brush off as you go.
Yikes. Yikes, man.
And you can never change the brush.
Never.
Yeah, so it's all burnt out.
Never.
Yeah, all the bristles are like
pressed down.
smushed down.
Are they
pressed
soft
down.
bristles or hard bristles?
Oh, it's a soft bristle brush.
Oh, the worst.
Ugh. Hate it.
Yeah, there's some good ones coming over.
Those super soft ones, who are those for? People that like brushing their teeth with a shower rag?
I don't know.
It seems weird.
How about every time you go number 2, there's not enough toilet paper? Every time.
Welcome to my life.
Every time.
I'd rather have that than the lines.
Every single time. Oh, bagpipes playing nonstop. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, for me, everybody eating with their mouth open. Yep. Yep. Yeah, keep them coming. Kind of a softer hell. Mm-hmm. But still, it's torture, but, not as... Maybe after this, a sweet relief of eternal hellfire. I don't know.
I don't know, man. By this age, I mean, are you guys doing the same thing I am? Every line you wait in, no matter what the line is, no matter how short it may be, how fast it may be moving, you're constantly telling yourself, you hear your inner voice going, they got to have a better system for this.
Yeah.
They got to be, you know, like,
How are we going to streamline this?
I tell it to myself every time, like, how are they not moving this faster?
Yeah. Every red light, I do that.
It doesn't make any sense.
And I get angry. I'm like, who's at the front of the line? Right. And why are they taking so long?
How are you not prepared?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Speaking of hell,
for Rafe Williams to shine. It's time for this week's RizzShow Memoriam.
For some people, this is their hell. Listening to me do jokes that go over their head. Here we go. For those of you that don't know, the Memoriam is brought to you by me. Me. Go to me.com and you'll find more of me. The Memoriam is a send-off Oscars style of people we lost this week, whether it was a topic we discussed, people we pissed off, or unhinged emails from completely mentally ill people. There's a little something for everybody in this week's Memoriam. Let's get it started with the big dog and get this one out of the way, because this one was one for the ages. Disney adults. Holy moly. Gosh, somebody's triggered. Let's get this one out of the way, as a couple of us saying that we weren't fans of Disney-obsessed adults sent about 20% of our listeners into a cue the music. Tailspin.
Friends for life through thick and thin.
Total tailspin. Yes, you guys lost your mind. And went into a full afternoon cartoon tailspin. These post-pubescent Mouseketeers came out of the woodwork with a cavalcade of emails with full-on nuh-uhs and what about that rival last week's Memoriam group of adult milk drinkers, which, by the way, is a Venn diagram with adult Disney freaks that has about a 98% overlap.
Whoa, yeah.
Think about that. I guarantee you guys are pounding milk down there, and you're dressed up like Belle from Disney's Beauty and the Beast at 56 years old. You Disney princesses need to calm down. Nobody's telling you not to like Disney. We were clearly referring to a small percentile of overly obsessed adults that make it weird. Sorry you're part of a generalization, but that's just how it is. Not every panel van owner is a chomo, but every chomo owns a panel van. And that's what it's like being a Disney adult. You like something that just wasn't designed for you. Everyone who was like, well, what about rides and height limits? It's if everything's for the kids, smart guy. Well, I don't know. Do you suffer from child blindness? I hate to blow your mind about height requirements, but kids come in all different ages, dumbass. From preschool to high school. Well, what about booze in adult bars, huh? What about that? Yeah. Well, kids don't drive or have money, idiot. So they had to build something to keep the parents from going insane thinking about the money they're spending inside of this capitalist fever dream hellscape of childhood imagination that Walt Disney created after visiting Griffith Park in Los Angeles with his daughters and deciding he wanted to build a clean, unspoiled park where he said, and I quote, both children and their parents could have a fun, together experience, Disney cartoons, characters coming to life and interacting with young visitors, end quote. That's from Walt effing Disney. A park for parents and children, young visitors, not 43-year-old free spirits who want to dress up like Lady and the Tramp and suck a spaghetti noodle till their lips touch on Main Street, USA. So, we know some of you say, well, Disneyland's evolved and it's adult-themed attractions. Fine, but I wouldn't take a toddler to a strip club just because they put in a bounce house. So again, no one is trying to yuck your yum. You have the right to do what makes you happy, and we have the right to find it a little odd if you go too far. Like my good pal and favorite emailer, Moist Caverns.
What?
Who sent me a message. You barely read the email. He sent me a message asking, Rafe, is it gay if I make a clone of my pee-pee and have your wife peg me with it? I don't think it's gay. It feels empowering. Well, I don't know, man. I can't tell you whether you're gay or not, but I do find the request to be a little bit odd. And if you find it empowering, then you should pursue what makes you happy. So all you Disney adults, you are exactly like Moist Caverns. You want to clone your pee-pee and have my wife peg you with it, and I respect you for that. But that doesn't mean I have to get on board. So to all of our Mouseketeers, I give you this final message.
Okay.
real soon. Why? Because we like you.
See you later. Bye-bye. All right, we got that one out of the way. We just saw a dip in ratings. 20% of our audience just tuned out. All right, next up, inbred families.
Oh, no.
In a discussion earlier this week, we discussed the Whitaker family, a.k.a. the most inbred family in America, who descended from identical twins who married their cousins and now communicate in a series of barks and high-pitched shrieks. We would like to apologize to all of our inbred listeners, who also, unfortunately, love going to Disney as adults.
Oh, no.
We received a few emails that were just a garbled group of nonsensical letters and some barking sounds in an audio file, and we assume that came from a lot of our listeners in the Potosi or Herculaneum area.
That'll be for next week.
We understand how you feel, all right? We all had at least one hot family member growing up, and when the dating scene is small, sometimes you see your older hot cousin Tracy in an above-ground pool and her Playboy bunny sticker tanning bed tattoo winks at you and awakens a part of your heart long dormant, and Cupid's arrow strikes a little too close to home. I, of all people, should be more sensitive to your plight. I can't grow facial hair, and I'm pretty sure it's because my family tree doesn't fork that much. So we apologize, and we bid you the fondest farewell. See you at the next family reunion. Bye-bye! Now, while we're talking about inbreeding, we would also like to apologize to the entire state of West Virginia. Yeah. Unfortunately, we did have to report this week that West Virginia was the least fun state in the Union. Apparently, the Appalachian pastime of presenting your father a fresh lump of coal you mined in exchange for his permission to take your sister to the Black Lung Barn Dance doesn't resonate as a super fun time on a national level. So we say this to you, West Virginia, in the words of John Denver. Country roads take me home to the state that effing blows, West Virginia, worse than Alabama. Country roads, your state blows. Bye-bye. Next up, Sarah McLaughlin, Macaulay Culkin, McLaughlin. In a terrible karmic accident this week, we lost Lilith Fair superstar in the middle of a public apology when she was ironically eaten alive and torn to pieces by the very abandoned dog she was trying to rescue. After the death metal band Caninus whipped them up into a bloodthirsty frenzy, she was torn limb from limb, and she is in the arms of the angels now. Bye-bye. And finally, my never nudity. This is something I never expected to say goodbye to. And we're going to end on a good note. In a pleasant surprise goodbye this week, we say sayonara to my never nude life policy.
Wow.
After performing at the 40-acre Club Nudist Resort, I felt so comfortable in my birthday suit that I swore a listener into the pork steak army after tearing off all my clothes in a full body positive blackout. We proudly stood there in our birthday suits in front of 200-plus naked people. And we stood there tip to tip as he swore allegiance to the PSA and accepted DLR as one of the true lead singers. Yeah! Of Van Halen, the only true lead singer. It was a truly cleansing moment for us both, as we were both born again, letting it all hang out. I never thought that I would touch my palm to another man while our balls were in such close proximity, but I did it, and I liked it. So to my never nudity, I give you a hearty bye-bye. And as far as real RIPs, guess what? We didn't have any this week, not that I know of. Feel free to email me if I missed somebody, but it's been a pretty quiet week on that front, so that concludes this week's In Memoriam.
Wow. Oh, man.
All right, well done, Rafe. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with this week's Friday Fail Stories. All right, 8:26 Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. We have a lane block due to an incident 270 westbound at 70. Also, still a left lane block due to debris on the road 64 westbound before New Ballas Road. Your point forecast, breezy, slight chance for morning rain, high of 82. Right now it is 73 at the Point Studio. Oh, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Okay, so wait, and Columbus, I don't think you have a clue how bad this gun hurts. Would you like an example? Would you like to try? Would you put your butt on the line and?
You guys can shoot me.
Yeah. Have Scott. How about you shoot Clonvis first?
Can I take one
shot in the
Can I take one of his shots and give him 4? Was that
what?
fine?
No.
Oh, that's happened. I'd like to. I mean, just as a gesture.
I mean,
of
that's a pretty.
goodwill.
That's a pretty amazing friend right there.
In tribute,
Or I'll take one and I'll still shoot him 5 times.
I had 4 last week, and I'll tell you, it was excruciating.
I'm interested to see if it's as bad as you guys say, or if you're hamming it up. So I'm willing to take a shot.
Yeah, okay. I would love for you to take a shot to see if we're hamming it up.
Fine. Shoot me. You know what? He'll take one of your shots.
You're amazing.
Shoot me.
All right, good.
Holy smokes.
He's going to take one of your shots. Wow, I'm such a pushover today.
Thank you. All right, let's do it.
It's because I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
So who's going to shoot me?
Scott will shoot you first.
Okay.
It's only fair. Respect.
I got to take my butt out?
Yeah, now put it up against the... Yeah, go up against the wall there. Just your undies. Talk about Park Crest Plastic Surgery right down the street here on New Ballas here in Creve Coeur. Listen, you look good, you feel good, it's good for your mental health, it's good for your well-being. And over at Park Crest Plastic Surgery, their focus is to build your confidence by helping you achieve your goals with the most natural-looking results possible. They want you to look and feel like you at your best. And these aren't your cookie-cutter providers where, every patient leaves the practice with similar results. They cater their treatments, procedures, and surgeries to each individual to make sure everyone leaves happy with a major confidence boost. It's the best part of what they do there. If you're looking for the mommy makeover, if you're looking for laser hair removal, if you're looking to get rid of fat in hard-to-target areas, men, women alike, they offer everything from injectable lipodissolve or Kybella to cool sculpting elite or smart lipo. They even do your traditional liposuction. And the doctors are amazing. Dr. McGuire, Dr. Kaplan, they treat patients from all over the world. Actually, people come in from far and wide just to be treated by them. And some really good things happening with Park Crest over the next couple of months. It's Park Crest Plastic Surgery on New Ballas here in Creve Coeur, online at parkcrestplasticsurgery.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first thing first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. You've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just...
Phil and Moon.
It's funny, he's never called me that.
I've never
Never
called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Moon was telling me, because I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing frontman of Greek Fire. It's just an incredible transformation that we've made from when I first met him with this like afro out to here, and just like this kid straight out of college. Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college.
This kid straight out of high school. Like, did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. I even finished with a kid.
Okay.
Well, it's really
Me
great
too.
to have you guys. But how does Mike get in the equation? How does Moon get in the equation? Like, how do you decide these guys? Because I know you, obviously, with the work you do as a producer, there's tons of musicians everywhere that you can get to be a part of Goldfinger.
I think the first time Goldfinger played with MXPX was probably 1996 up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Radio show.
Yeah, radio
and
show.
I remember same thing. I mean, Mike was a teenager when I first saw him play, whenever that was, and I've known him for forever and ever and ever. And I watched MXPX grow from like an opening band into like headlining bigger than Goldfinger. It was like amazing watching. Look at this guy. I mean, he's such a handsome guy, great songwriter, great voice, great bass player, everything. And so when we just started talking one day, when Kelly joined Buck Cherry, it was sort of like I had tours booked, and I'm like, who would be my first choice?
Right.
The amazing people over at First Community sent me some great news. And again, that's First Community. They sent me some great news about mortgage rates. And the Federal Reserve, they're expected to lower rates in the near future. So that means your home loan rates are expected to go down for a change instead of going up, which is fantastic. So if you're looking for a new home, it's time to go to First Community. And I love First Community because they really have a loan for absolutely everyone, from if you're getting your first home or if you're ready to move on and get another home and upgrade. Well, go to First Community because they're looking out for you, and they have incredible opportunities. Like their first-time home buyer loan is phenomenal. That's what I did when I bought my home. I went through them. They walked me through every step of the way, and I'm so glad I did because you don't have to have any money down payment required. There's no closing costs, no private mortgage insurance required. So you're going to save thousands of dollars, and you'll finally be able to get in that home you want. And if you're looking to buy a second home, well, there's an affordable alternative 5-year adjustable rate mortgage with a lower rate and a 30-year term to keep that very affordable. So go to First Community. Ask them about their loans today. That's firstcommunity.com.
Everywhere you look at me, you can see I'm in a brace. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. And every time I look at you, girl, you know it's true. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. Hello, hi. Howdy. Hello, hi. That was Beyonce's Halo.
Here's something that I firmly believe in. We're just going to start the interview here because it just seems like a good place to pop off. But I want the artist to do what the artist wants to do. If you want to make 5 radio songs in a row, great. If you want to make 5 fan tracks in a row, great, because I feel like it's your art. So who the hell are we to tell you when it needs to be a radio single or when it needs to be this or that? It needs to be whatever the hell you're feeling, whenever the hell you're feeling it.
Yeah, and you're right. It froze a little bit. Popular Monster was not supposed to be a radio song, by the way. As you could tell, the bridge is like death metal, almost like the scream and stuff. I was like, okay, the rest of the song is like sick. I was like, this is never going to be on the radio. Let's put double kick in the let's make the bridge the craziest thing you've ever heard. And lo and behold, it went straight to #1, went platinum. And I was like, wow, and then they came to me, dude. Wow. So then after that, I found a formula, and there's like this formula and it worked, and it's what I wanted it to do. And you're absolutely right. You let the artist do whatever they want. And, and you don't, it's like the opposite of selling out almost. Like, I did what I wanted to do and it worked, I love that. So it's brilliant.
Absolutely. And also too, Ronnie, I think this whole sellout thing, it to me, man, like everybody's trying to eat and everybody's trying to make their best art. So I feel like that sellout label that gets thrown around from time to time is largely completely unfair and most of the time total bull. And so, I just want the artist to do what the artist wants to do, because ultimately in the end, it's going to be better musically when you guys are able to feel it, right?
I don't like bugs in the house. I don't like bugs outside the house. I've been a longtime client of Amco Ranger Termite Pest Solutions, protecting my family, protecting my property. This whole termite thing, termites are found in more than 5 million homes on average each year in the U.S., and termite damage costs homeowners $5 billion, with a B, billion dollars each year, and that's not covered by homeowners insurance because it's preventable. Amco Ranger, the customers over there get real expert-level results year-round, whether it be termite protection or mosquito and tick control. Hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google. With Amco Ranger, your satisfaction is guaranteed. You will be happy with the results, or they will be back until you are. Locally owned by the same family for almost 60 years, and never any gimmicks or high-pressure sales tactics. You will never see Amco Ranger riding around on a hoverboard, bothering people at home, ringing the bell at dinner time with some stupid high-pressure sales pitch and a lie about having contracts with your neighbors. That's not what Amco Ranger is all about. 636-441-BUGS. That's 636-441-BUGS. Online at amcoranger.com, amcoranger.com. Protecting what matters since 1965.
Tim, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I'm going to tell you that I did something today, and I shouldn't even bring it up that I'm doing it.
Okay.
I wore a shirt specifically to impress you because I was interviewing you, and,
Right.
and normally I don't do that.
Right.
But I did, but also too, and they can't see it, but I've got this awesome masked intruder shirt on, and I
love it.
Yeah, and I just figured that would be one of those bands that you would be, very cool, like that we're a band that Rise Against played with somewhere along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we have a Masked Intruder. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're a Fat Records band.
Yep.
And I still consider us part of the Fat Records family.
All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail Story. Yeah, so all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went, whoops, sideways. And it became an Uber. An ultra.
Don't you dare.
Dare I say it? I'm going to say it. Mega. Here we go. Yeah.
Fail.
Okay.
You sounded great, boss.
Thanks, guys. Were you singing, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear him?
No, I didn't hear him. I didn't hear Rafe either. I think I was just in the just right in the pocket.
I guess
You're in
so.
the zone. I was doing a low tenor.
Oh.
I did a high pitch one.
Oh.
You just
I
sounded
tried new
like
stuff out.
the guy from Silence of the Lambs.
I'd fail me.
Good.
Oh, yeah, I'd fail me hard.
Friday Fail Stories are sponsored by...
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
I guess we'll count this as a fail story. This guy seems very level-headed and even-keeled. 53-year-old guy in Florida. John Sturgeon was driving around in his souped-up Dodge Charger on Sunday when a guy in another car waved and told him, "Hey, man, sweet ride."
Hey!
And John responded to the compliment by punching him in the face.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it happened near Lake Wells, Florida, about halfway between Tampa and Orlando. He pulled in front of the guy, stopped in the middle of the road, walked up to his driver's side window, and clocked him. And the guy's dash cam got it on video. You could hear John ask if he thinks he's tough. And the guy responds by telling him, "Hey, man, I'm just trying to say nice car, brah.
Sweet wheels, bro.
Sweet whip." And it's obvious he was very confused by the reaction he got. Here is part of the interaction.
You want to clap? You big tough guy? I'm trying to tell you nice car, bro. I like your car. You better pay attention.
Yeah, after he socked him in the face, John hopped back in his Charger, took off.
Oh, and he told that guy to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dash cam got a clear shot of his license plates. Cops were able to ID him. Yeah, he is in trouble for... You just can't do that.
No. What
Failed.
What date was that again?
This was last Sunday.
Oh, that was National Opposite Day.
Yeah, people online did track down his Facebook page, and he's posted several shots of his car. So they've been leaving comments like, "Nice car, bro."
People need to friggin' relax, dude. You know how you get X amount of DUIs or something. You got one of those little blowers on the wheel. Your car doesn't start unless you're sober. It should be like an anger meter on every car, like
Blood
a
pressure cuff that you can drive in.
That's it.
Manufacturer's standard, where when you get in your car, it says, "Sorry, you're too angry."
Too angry to drive.
People escalate so quickly. I saw a video, same thing, same premise. These two kids were in a John boat and their motor was dead. They were fishing in some cove, and this guy in a big boat was like, "You need to get out," and he started trying to sink them. He started going and turning the boat right in front of their boat and hitting them with big waves. And this guy's they're yelling at him "Our motor's dead. We're trying to leave. We can't leave." And he's like, "Get out of here!" And they're like, "We literally are trying. Just stop trying to sink our boat." And it was just some psycho dad who was
for no reason,
just because they were fishing in his little cove of the lake or whatever.
Man.
That's who's going to be who saves humanity. The person that invents the motor that won't operate around angry people.
Yeah.
It's gonna. Think about that. The lives saved.
Yeah. Lern, you played the Mega Millions yesterday.
I did.
The drawing is tonight.
So excited.
Speaking of lottery, an ex-con on felony probation had a life-changing, we'll call it lucky streak, when she won Florida lottery scratch-offs a whole bunch of times within a short amount of time. Wow. Of course, it turns out the woman had stolen 48 tickets.
Oh.
And the 38-year-old woman went to a convenience store, reached over the counter, and just stole the tickets. So just reached over,
Mine.
grabbed them, mine. Then she went to other stores to cash them in. And everything was caught on surveillance videos. The Polk County, Florida sheriff said, quote, she didn't win the lottery, but she did win a trip to county jail.
Mm-hmm.
The 48 lottery tickets went missing from a Circle K in Lakeland. She stole $1,500 worth of scratch-offs. The sheriff said that being impatient is what got her caught. She started cashing in tickets almost immediately after she won at nearby stores. She redeemed 6 at one store, so this is something sketchy here. Out of the 48 tickets, 9 were winners, so she won about $470. Been charged with burglary, obtaining property by fraud, grand theft, and probation violation.
Failed.
A Florida man was taken to jail last week for driving under the influence in Volusia County. Guy's name is Lance Green, 59 years old, arrested on charges of DUI and resisting an officer without violence. Back on August 30th, it was about 9:30 at night. Deputies responded to a car crash. And according to the report, both vehicles were traveling westbound on a highway when a Ram pickup truck rear-ended a Ford. A passenger in the Ford was injured. Lance, who was driving the Ram, swapped seats with the female passenger, Susan, presumably his wife.
Susan.
And he did it in front of the cops.
Huh.
Obviously, in an effort to portray Susan as the driver and not Lance. Officers ordered Lance, who showed, signs of being hammered, get out of the car. He refused. Ultimately complied, but refused certain DUI tests. And I got hip problems. He had also refused a breath test, booked into fail jail. I can't get out of the car, I got hip problems. Family, also in Florida. Delaware, Florida, experienced a terrifying ordeal last Sunday afternoon when bullets began flying into their home.
Wow.
Family quickly took cover, called 911 for help, and this was just after 12 noon.
Jeez.
The homeowner said, my girl and my son are in the bathroom lying down, and bullets started hitting the house. The adults and kids were evacuated from the house. Cops began to search the area for the shooter. After a brief search, it was found out that the shooter turned out to be a drunk neighbor nearby who was shooting at a tree in his backyard.
Oh my
Deputies confronted the 38-year-old guy, Alex Kudlak. He told him, quote, yep, I'm a dumbass.
And not a good shot.
Whoa.
Yep, I'm a dumbass. Arrested, booked into jail. 1 count of shooting into a dwelling. 1 count of using a firearm while under the influence. 2 counts of child endangerment. And 1 count of criminal mischief.
Failed.
Now, you know there are a lot of drunk drivers on the roads when they're literally slamming into cop cars. An alleged drunk driver crashed into a New York State police vehicle early Monday morning. This was in the Buffalo area, while troopers were arresting another drunk driver. Cops were arresting 34-year-old Richard Morrow after they found his car stopped on the road. He was slumped over the wheel. And that's when 25-year-old Elizabeth Percy drove into the scene, hitting the police cruiser. Taken into custody, charged with DWI along with other infractions. Thankfully, nobody was seriously hurt, although the first drunk driver was checked out for minor injuries.
Failed.
And after that story, we got 2 suspected drunk drivers crashing into each other on Labor Day in Marysville, California, which is north of Sacramento. Officers get to the scene. They determined one driver was hammered. The other driver had taken off, but cops tracked them down, also hammered. Nobody was hurt. Both drivers booked at the local jail. Unclear which driver was at fault, but they're both in jail regardless.
Failed.
I thought that would cancel you out.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Amazon drivers. They're usually in a hurry.
Yes.
They got a lot of packages to deliver. I've seen in my neighborhood, and by the way, those new Amazon delivery trucks are pretty sweet, aren't they?
They're so cool
The
looking,
new modern
man.
looking ones?
Yeah, dude. I remember the first time I saw one on the highway, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, cool. But I've seen the driver stop and literally sprint, like in a full run to the door, take the picture, get back. So they're doing anything they can do to get these packages to people on time. An Amazon delivery driver in Georgia was caught on camera speeding down a sidewalk, which is something you can't do.
Well,
the driver was going on like about 35 miles an hour on the sidewalk.
Oh, boy.
And Amazon didn't mess around. They fired the driver right away. Somebody was driving by his whole old thing and recorded it and posted it online. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson said the driver was no longer delivering packages for the company. Quote, "This was reckless and unacceptable behavior. We've investigated the incident, and the driver is no longer delivering packages."
Isn't the company filming?
Amazon.
Isn't the company filming?
School bus driver.
Fail.
I thought they had. I thought they had cameras in those.
Yeah, but they only check them if something's, if there's an incident reported.
Oh, I see.
I would think they're not monitoring every driver.
Who is it? The one where they're monitoring the seatbelts and the on and offs or something? Was it UPS?
That could be Amazon too.
I thought there was a thing where they were like keeping track of,
I don't know.
their seatbelt and how many times the car was on or off.
They're out there making quotas, though. They want the quotas made, so they're probably not looking too deep. I had a package.
It's like, just don't get caught.
Don't make us look. It
Don't
basically
get
seems
caught.
like the policy. I had a package came in like 11 o'clock at night the other day because I went to bed and Tina came home, and then we woke up and there was a package on the porch. I was like, "This package here when you came home?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, she got home like 11 o'clock. So Amazon is out there delivering, and I'm like, that's dangerous for one thing. Like going on people's porches at that time of night.
Oh, they're doing them at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you could get delivery at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
There's an option for that.
I don't mind that as long as they don't knock.
I don't either.
Well,
I'm just
yeah, the
saying,
Ring
like,
doorbell's going off, though, at my house.
I just feel if I was delivering packages, I'd be like, man.
Yeah, you're right.
I hope nobody comes out guns blazing because I'm up on somebody's porch and their dog's going crazy at midnight, Yep.
An MTA worker in New York who faked a subway attack to get time off has admitted a scheme. His guy's name is Henry Herring. He's a cleaner. He claimed he was slashed by a stranger in Queens, New York. But surveillance footage showed, that was a lie. Lie detected. Henry says he needed time to care for a sick fiance, but despite claiming he had no other options for leave, it turns out he had unused sick days. So basically, he said somebody slashed him to take the summer off.
Oh, good plan.
Yes, this guy has a criminal history and an F the police tattoo, but he insists, I turn my life around. It's just the lengths that some people will go to avoid work. So now he is facing charges for falsely reporting an incident.
It's fool the police now.
Yes. A couple more for you. On the list of worst foods to eat while driving, this is near the top. A 73-year-old guy in Detroit crashed last Wednesday while eating chicken wings behind the wheel. Even worse, he rear-ended a cop. So a Michigan state trooper was sitting at a red light in his patrol car, and the guy was too busy with his wings to notice. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Both cars only sustained minor damage, but the cop cited him for distracted driving. Michigan police put out a statement saying it's important to remember to focus on driving when behind the wheel. Distracted driving, in this case eating wings, is a risky driving behavior that leads to preventable crashes.
For sure.
Fail.
Even flats?
Hey, somebody said that those Rivian cars or those Rivian trucks the Amazon trucks are made by Rivian.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were all electric, all of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, I wonder.
I think it says it on them too.
I wonder how that is to drive.
The new Amarin vehicles, I think, are also going to be Rivians.
Wow.
Which is pretty neat.
Huh.
Neat. Good for them. I know that company was having a hard time for a minute.
And finally, in your Friday fail stories, this idiot was destined to end up in jail one way or another. Too many dumb decisions for one day. 24-year-old guy Christopher Gansel stole a car from a library parking lot last month in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. That's near Philly. Some guy left his green, super sweet 2023 Subaru Forester running, and Chris took off in it. But he didn't just take it for a joyride. He drove it to a police station. And the reason he went there is the dumbest part. You see, he'd apparently had an earlier run-in with the cops and wanted to ask them for his drugs back.
Oh, yes.
They didn't realize he was in a stolen car at that point, but they did moments later when they got a report that he'd just used it as a getaway car for another crime. He tried to shoplift stuff from a nearby Target and was seen speeding off in the same green Subaru. So they tracked him down, arrested him. He's facing 2 felony charges for unlawful taking and receiving stolen property, plus a misdemeanor charge for unauthorized use of a car.
Failed.
And those are your Friday fail stories. Thank you. All right, we'll take a break. I think, let me see what time is it. It's almost 9 o'clock. I think we should play RizzShow Password.
Yes.
Because I don't think we gave away anything this week.
No.
I don't think we gave away a prize this week.
We've done good. We've done good.
All right, so RizzShow Password. Let's get a couple people on the phone. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. So I will pick 2 people at a time. You people will pick a RizzShow teammate. Rafe is off the table.
Correct.
Rafe is off the table on this one because he's the host. So myself, Moon, Lern, or King Scott. Rafe will show us here in the studio the password. We will then go back and forth giving one-word clues, trying to have you, the contestant, guess what the password is.
Yep.
We'll play best of 3.
Yes.
And Rafe, give me some other nuances to this.
And the other nuances, listen to the clues.
Please.
They are compounding clues. See what they count. If you with multiple guesses, try to group them together and identify a pattern that might point to some specific word.
Yes.
There also won't be proper nouns. So Marilyn Monroe won't be. There will be
no proper nouns.
Those will not be passwords. And if you are close and you hear me say form of, for instance, if the word was pharmacy and you said pharmacist, I would say form of, you get one more opportunity. It means you have some form of the word in there. If you say pharmacy and I say form of and you say cupcake,
you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all you need to know, and I doubt that it will help.
We're going to go head-to-head here. 2 out of 3 right. You get the prize. We have tickets to go see Cage the Elephant, big summer show with Young the Giant coming up in just a couple weeks here. September 12th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Megadeth with Mudvayne and All That Remains, September 26th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Falling in Reverse with Black Veil Brides, Dance Gavin Dance, and Tech 9, September 21st at the Amphitheater. And we got tickets to go see comedian Sarah Silverman at the Stiefel Theater, September 19th. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. RizzShow Password is next. All right. It is 8:54. It's Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Same 2 things going on. Lane block due to an incident 270 westbound at 70. And then we also have a left lane block due to debris on the road 64 westbound just before New Ballast Road. Your point forecast breezy. Slight chance for rain in the morning. High of 82. Right now it's 72 at the Point Studio.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Rizz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to come on down to my office and pitch me their ideas. Do they have what it takes to be in the biz?
Meet King Scott.
Royce Jewelry, ninjablink.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show.
Listen, Moritz Royce is the exclusive jeweler of the Rizzuto Show and our family's personal jewelers for 100 reasons. And they are truly the best, not only in the experience that you're going to get as a customer, but they're the best in the business. And everybody knows it. Other businesses know it. Even St. Louis business, the community in general, knows how much respect there is for Moritz Royce. And I mean, you talk to anybody that knows anything, and if they hear something from Moritz Reusch, whether it's a piece that was designed by Moritz Reusch or an appraisal, or I mean anything, it is the utmost respect. This is a family-owned and operated business for 40+ years, a staple of our community and a staple of our business community. And that's who you go with when you're making a lifetime decision like this.
The ethical jeweler. So they're not going to take advantage of you. There's a lot of guys that will walk in for an engagement ring, like myself. I am ignorant when it comes to knowing any of that stuff.
What do we know about it?
Well, I don't know anything. And I'm just looking to get a good deal. I'm looking for somebody to make the whole shopping experience easy and painless, and that's Moritz Reusch Jewelry. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, make an appointment. See what we've been talking about for so many years now. It's Moritz Reusch Jewelry, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, where you get the jewels and not the shaft. All right, guys, welcome back to the farm. So it's a Sunday, and we got a whole crew here doing stuff. We're going to work in the field today. So this will be the final episode of the farm series for now, but I'm sure we'll return back to the farm at some point. So I'm going to show you what's going on here, the progress of the plants, how those elderberries are looking, and we'll look inside the house, and I'll tell you about some future projects we got coming up here. And there's our tractor, courtesy of Herb Equipment, the Captain Rizz tractor. We're moving some poles. Poles. All right, so behind me is another barn. This is a future project that we're going to do. So we're going to turn this barn into a greenhouse. So come on, let me show you what's going on inside. So this is where the old owner, I guess, stored some of his tractors, some of his big carts for the field. So eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to take the sides off and kind of renovate this structure and make it a greenhouse, so we could start cultivating our own elderberry brands and maybe start selling what they call the cuttings. Right now, this is home to many a groundhog. All right, we're out here in the big field, and I am going to show you the progress of some of these elderberry plants. So you saw at the beginning, pretty much nothing. And it's a couple months later, and I'll show you what these elderberry plants look like. Look at that.
Good for the kids. Yes, this community, I've seen it time and time again. St. Louis shows up, especially for kiddos. And so when an event like Glennon Gallup comes up for Cardinal Glennon, you're there. And I know this because so many of these tickets, the tailgating, like the field side tailgating and the end zone tailgating, completely sold out. So thank you for that. And there still are some different levels, like the Tailgate Village and the Carlo, that you can buy to come and support the Donnie Pediatric Center at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. So this is polo, right? These are going to be at the August Busch Polo Fields in Defiance, Missouri. It's happening on Saturday, September 21st, and it starts at noon, wraps up around 5. And you're helping out patients that go to Cardinal Glennon. Almost 80% of the patients insured are uninsured or underinsured that come to Cardinal Glennon. And guess what? Because of donations from fundraising events like this, and because of people like you, no patient gets turned away. These families get to get the care that they need for their kids, whether that's something in the trauma or an illness. These kids are taken care of, and the parents, it's one less thing that they have to worry about. So thank you ahead of time for donating. If you can't do the Glennon Gallup, maybe you just want to go to glennon.org to donate outright. We're totally down with that as well. But there's still time to get those Gallup tickets. Glennon.org/Gallup.
Hey, we're the Interrupters! And we're here with our new friends Sarah and Donnie from The Point. We're at Music Record Shop, and we're gonna go get some records.
Reggae and ska. This record is going to change your life. It really is. This is nightclub, gangsters, Rudy, A Message to You, Rat Race. Man, Ghost Town. So we come, Interrupters, before we come out on stage, we play Ghost Town, and it's on this. You just have to get, this is, I insist that you get that one.
Okay.
If you were gonna get a Ramones record, are you a fan of the Ramones?
I don't know, a lot of times I hear songs and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that song. I just can't remember who it was.
I Want to Be Sedated. And like Blitzkrieg Bop. So this is their second record, and it's really good.
In 8th grade, I went to Catholic school, I had to walk from my school to my parents' office, and in between the school and the office was a reggae record store. Like it was a record store, mostly just reggae. From school until then, that most of my time was spent at that record shop.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where it started. Like,
and the
pretty
owner
much.
of that record shop was like, check this out. It's called incense, and you burn it. And I was like, cool.
Check this out. It's kind of like incense, but it makes it feel fun.
And then he was like, check this out. He's like, you're really gonna like this. Because I was like, I really like Nirvana. And he was like, if you like Nirvana, you're really gonna like this. And he put on Bad Brains. And I was like,
This slaps. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm getting all of these records. I'm getting this record.
You should curse me.
Yes.
I'm getting this record. I'm getting this record.
Okay, so we're going. I definitely.
These records are hard to find. Do you like Leonard Cohen?
I don't know much about Leonard Cohen other than the Pump Up the Volume songs, to be very honest with you.
He is an incredible songwriter. He's a huge inspiration. My dream would be to just write one song as good as a Leonard Cohen song. He's just the best songwriter.
And you, and I mean, and you hold, but so like then, but then how do you rank your own like songwriting when you're ranking it up against some of your favorites and arguably some of the greatest people that have ever written a song ever?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, well, like Kevin and I were talking the other day, listening to Bruce Springsteen. I mean, his lyrics are out of this world. You paint a picture. Like, you don't even need...
He puts you there.
He puts you there.
Yeah.
Taste, touch, smell, sound. You're in the...
It's time to start thinking about lunch, you know? I've been thinking about it since 6 a.m., so... Catch up with me and make Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill your spot for a quick, delicious stop for lunch this week. Hot Shots has been serving the St. Louis classics like wings, pizza, and smash burgers since 1990. They'll get you in, filled up with the delicious lunch and get you out quick. You can even have a 2-beer lunch if that's in your union contract. They won't tell.
Yeah, it's Friday. Come on. Pull up a seat at any one of the 9 St. Louis area Hot Shots locations today. Ask about their daily off-the-menu lunch specials available Monday through Friday. With daily specials like the Busch Light Beer Cheeseburger or the Captain Morgan Rum-Infused Jamaican Jerk Burger.
Yeah, I'm on.
And plenty of others. You never know what they're going to come up with, but you know it's going to be delicious, and it's going to be served up by the amazing Hot Shots team.
That's right. So check out the full menu at hotshotsnet.com and keep an eye on their socials for their daily lunch special lineup, and you might find a new favorite. Make Hot Shots your spot for lunch today. Go today. Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has been home to St. Louis sports fans and that delicious menu since 1990. Get all the info and find a location near you at hotshotsnet.com.
Your chair at least stops. Mine just steadily like moves. So I could not be facing you by the time this interview is over. All right, so here we are, Enterprise Center, gigantic sold-out show with 21 pilots tonight. Josh, it's really great to see you again, man.
Yeah, great to see you too.
So
I just got one of those Ring doorbell alerts, like the neighborhood watch alert. 2 coyotes spotted in the neighborhood.
Whoa.
Oh, neat.
Better watch it.
I'll fight those things.
Wildlife.
I'll fight those.
I'll
fight
them.
those coyotes.
What do those coyotes ever do to you?
Yeah.
I got a
Step onto
possum.
my property.
I have a pet possum now that she comes by and she eats Mr. Gray's leftovers. And she's pretty
Possums are
cute.
good.
Yeah, you were talking about yesterday raccoons crapping on your windowsill.
Yeah, but it's on the opposite side of the house. It's like they eat the food that's left over from the cat, and then they go to they purposefully find my bedroom window in the back of the house, and they crap outside of it, like in some sort of solidarity, like thank you, I guess. I don't know. I don't
They're leaving
speak
you gifts.
raccoon.
They're leaving you gifts.
Thanks.
Pooping as a thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to leave this here for
I'm
you.
going to dump all over you.
Here's
Thanks
a
for the
present.
food. Here's my version of it back.
Yeah.
The turd bandits. That's what they're a little master for.
All right, let's give away some stiff.
Brought to you by Friedrich HVAC Systems. Get serious about comfort and energy savings with Friedrich. Visit Friedrich.com.
All right, we're playing RizzShow Password. Let's get through this without anybody getting angry.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so please pay attention to the clues given.
For the love of God.
For the love of God. So we'll get you on the phone. You pick a RizzShow teammate. Rafe will give us the password. We'll use one word to try to get you into guessing the password. We'll play 2 out of 3. Whoever wins. Cage Elephant tickets, Megadeth tickets, Falling on Reverse tickets, or tickets to go see Sarah Silverman.
Once again, listen to all the clues. Once we get to 5, hopefully we won't, I will repeat the clues to try to put an end to our misery. 1-word clues. Can't use any form of the word. For instance, if it was pharmacist, you can't say pharmacy as a clue. You guys all know that. I'm just putting it out there for the listeners to know.
I feel good. I'm feeling the energy of our community, and everybody's feeling smart.
Well, let's.
They're feeling loose. They're feeling like their listening ears are on.
All right. It's Friday. Everybody's in good mood.
You watch this. Watch this.
Debbie, hello.
Faith.
Hi, good morning.
Oh,
Hello,
hey,
Debbie.
Debbie. All right, Debbie. Sound like a smart person. Pick somebody.
Well, I got to go with wish she was my daughter, Lern.
Okay, Mama Deb, let's go.
Debbie and Lern.
Yes.
Okay. Hang on, Debbie. All right, we got Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hey.
All right, Chris, pick somebody.
I'll go with Moon.
Okay.
Chris, I'm feeling it, man, and I know that you're feeling it. So let's just feel this out.
All right, guys, lock in.
Okay.
We're feeling it.
I'm locked in.
Debbie and Lern.
I'm in
Debbie and
Debbie's heart
Lern.
right now.
Chris and Moon. Here we go.
Here we go.
Rafe will show Moon and Lern the password.
Lern and Debbie, you will be first by default because you were chosen first, and then winner chooses whether to play or pass from this point forward. I'm administering the first password to the room.
Okay.
And Lern and Debbie.
All right.
Let's get this disaster started.
All right, my girl. The word is love.
Love, Debbie. Love. Love.
I'm just going to go with friendship.
Good guess. Good guess.
Yes.
Chris, you're up. Wait, no. Moon's going to give you a hint.
You're making everyone nervous.
That's okay. Your hint is chemical.
Chemical.
Ooh.
5 seconds,
Hormone?
Chris.
Hormone.
No.
All right, Debbie. Debbie. Comedy.
Yes.
Comedy.
Wow.
Three, 2, 1.
Haha.
All right, here we go.
All right, Moon.
Next word.
Okay. I'm going to say sexy.
Ooh, sexy.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh, shoot. 3, 2, 1.
Laughing.
Laughing.
Okay.
Sexy
This is
laughing.
the 5th clue. Go ahead, Learn.
Okay, Debbie. Lovers. Lovers.
Lovers.
Romantic.
Form of.
Romance.
Yeah! Romance was the word. Romance was the word.
Right at 5, and a successful form of. There
Debbie.
is.
Debbie
Yes,
rules.
Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Good
Well,
job,
you
Debbie.
almost didn't catch that, Rafe.
I did.
Oh, you got it? All right, that
on
was
it.
a dramatic pause.
Give it a dramatic.
Because I got
pause.
very excited. I got very excited.
Me too. You
I was
don't
going
get
to
a
go
lot
form of.
We got it.
Romance was the word.
All
Let's
right,
go with
Lern,
round
you
number
are
2.
up. Lern and Debbie are up by 1.
Rafe, administer the password, please.
The second password is being administered. Learn Elwell. You have the opportunity to play or pass.
I'm going to pass.
Learn will pass to Moon and Chris. The second word has been administered. Moon Valjean.
Okay, your first hint is puke.
Puke. Chris.
Sick.
Sick is Chris's guess.
Okay, Debbie. Vomit.
Gross.
Gross is Debbie's guess. Back to Moon.
Chris, the next hint is throw.
Throw. Throw.
Up.
Up was
Up,
Chris's
no.
guess.
Learn, Elwell.
To yak.
That's 2 words.
I'm sorry.
Two
Yak.
words.
Yak.
Say yak.
You guys are killing me.
Projectile.
Projectile.
Who's killing you?
Those two. There's always like a comment or a reaction, and I
Oh.
think that's.
Who?
Who, me? Yeah,
Used
me.
to's.
Okay, so
This is the
I'm
fifth
the
one.
host.
This is the fifth one.
hang on. I got to see if this is 2 words. Is this?
Also, how fun is
No,
it
it's one
that
word.
Chris and Debbie, 2 hurricanes that we were
That's one
talking about a
word.
couple weeks ago.
Hurricane Chris and Debbie on the phone.
That's one word.
Okay, I wonder if that's a good hint.
I don't think so.
Straight up.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Oh man,
There are 2 words that I believe will unlock this.
I'm just gonna say. Man, sling.
Sling.
Not bad.
Say that again.
Sling.
Sling.
S-L-I-N-G. Sling.
Sling.
Sling, Chris. Sling.
Holy crap.
3, 2, 1.
Don't know.
That's 5.
That's 5. I'm going to repeat all the clues. Learn. You will be able to give an additional clue to Debbie after I repeat them. So far, the clues have been puke, vomit, throw, yak, sling. Puke, vomit, throw, yak, sling. Learn. Please give another clue.
Garth.
Garth.
Spell that?
Yeah,
Garth?
G-A-R-T-H. Garth.
Swing.
Good guess.
Debbie,
that's-
come on.
So good.
Not listening to the other clues.
Nah, you got to listen to the other clues, guys. Let's go, Moon.
Moon.
Toss.
Toss, Chris.
Car. Swing.
No, don't,
Wow.
don't listen to the guesses. Listen to the clues.
This is rough.
3, 2, 1. Ah,
I
God.
don't know.
God.
That's your second don't know.
What did you say?
So hard.
He
Don't
doesn't know.
Okay.
Learn.
No idea.
Oh, people on the feedback got it.
Don't tell them to look on there.
Ooh, let's see.
Don't cheat, guys. We trust you.
Of course.
Cup.
Cup. Debbie.
Spell.
We've overshot it.
No, I meant
I have
spell
a
it.
word.
Okay.
Spill.
Spell. Okay.
Chris, barf.
What did you say?
Barf. B-A-R-F. Barf.
Hurl.
Oh,
love him.
Oh,
I should have said spew.
Spew was the one. I'm like, Garth
You got
and
it,
spew.
Moon. You got it.
I
You got
was-
one of
I
them.
was trying to think of spew.
Hurl.
and
I was like,
couldn't
if
think
someone
of it.
says Garth and the next person says spew, it's over.
Puke, vomit, throw, yak, sling, garth, toss, cup, barf.
Where's
Hurl.
cup come into it?
If you're gonna spew in this.
Yeah.
And he has a cup. He pulls out a little folded
that's
cup.
it.
Not wrong.
Everything goes back to Wayne's World in my
All
life.
right. This is for all the marbles.
Garth all the marbles
one,
here.
The Garth one was freaking good.
I didn't think Garth was good.
I like
thought
that.
Garth and spew would be the unlockers, and I also didn't think that was going to be the hard word.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Final. This is the final one.
Breaker.
Moon, you have the opportunity to play or pass since you and Chris won that round.
Okay, let's see.
The word has been administered. This is for tickets to see
I'll pass. Learn, what do you got?
Baseball.
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 Debbie. Not
Debbie.
you, Chris. This is for Debbie. Baseball.
Baseball, Debbie.
Sport.
Sport was Debbie's guess.
Bench.
Bleachers.
Bleachers. Good guess. Back to Lern.
Sit.
Sit, Debbie.
Dugout.
Yeah. Debbie wins.
I love you, Debbie.
Debbie is
Love you, Lern.
the winner.
Good job, Lern's
Good
mom.
job, everybody.
That's my mom.
Lern's second mom, Debbie.
Hang on, Debbie. Do we dare do another round?
Yes.
Dugout.
It's Friday, man. We got to get rid of these tickets. I'm having a good time.
Okay, this is one more round. One more round here. Let's go.
We dare.
Bill, hello.
Good morning, Rizzuto Show.
Hey,
morning.
Bill. All right, pick a teammate.
Moon, I love your clues. Let's rock with you.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's do
Bill
this.
and Moon and Kyle. Hello.
Oh,
Who do you want to pick?
I didn't hear who he picked.
He picked Moon.
Okay, Rizz.
Kyle and Rizz.
Okay.
You need to get it together.
Bill and
sir.
Moon.
We got this, dude.
First word being administered as we speak to the boys and the girl and the king.
Okay.
And now, because you were chosen first, Moon Valjean, you must go first. And it will be winner picks after.
Who's my guy?
Your guy is Bill.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Your clue is craftsman.
Oh, God. Mine too.
Craftsman.
Drill.
Drill was Bill's guess. Good guess.
Okay, hang on.
Rizz.
Drawers.
Drawers. D-R-A-W-E-R-S. Drawers.
Drawers. Wood.
Wood.
Okay.
Container.
Container is the clue. Bill. Container.
Toolbox.
Hey, baby. Look at that.
Toolbox, Kyle.
Good job, Kyle.
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 Drawers.
Try not to get angry at people.
If I would have said red, would that have been a good clue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all good.
I was
Or
thinking
black.
the red, like the red craftsman
You never
toolbox.
know what's a good clue. That's the wild
I
thing.
know.
It's just like, where are my...
I've heard some
that
good
would've
clues
worked.
go completely ignored.
I know. All right, toolbox it is.
All right. Second word. Coming at you. To the boys.
Okay.
To the girl and to the king. And I already know them because I wrote them down. And because you won, Moon Valjean, you have the opportunity to play or pass to Scott Daniel Rizzuto.
Scott Daniel Rizzuto, you know you deserve a chance. Go ahead and try it.
Oh.
Listen closely,
All right,
Kyle.
Kyle. Chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
Driver.
Driver.
This
Good
is
guess. Good guess.
Stretched.
Limousine.
Yeah, sorry, Kyle.
That's beating.
Yeah. Well, listen, that was a good pass, by the way.
Yeah, and chauffeur was perfect. That was a
Chauffeur
perfect
was a
start.
good clue, man. That could have been a dunk.
Yeah, that was a perfect
I
start.
was trying for the dunk. I also was thinking maybe I would throw him off with a clue, but I didn't
I've
want to
done
get
that before,
everybody.
too.
I didn't want to get him too far off track.
I know.
You bet on your guy.
There's a lot of
You gave
tries.
him the best first clue you could give him to get limousine.
100%. 100%.
All right. Well done, fellas. And Debbie, nice job. Gave away some tickets. All right, we'll take a break. We got time for some emails and a sports report. It is 9:20. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Highways are looking clear. Your point forecast breezy, slight chance for morning rain, high of 82. Right now it's 73 at the Point Studio.
Oh, hey, just sitting here checking out all my awards. You know, there are many ways to reach us in the Point Studio. You could call us, you could social media us, I think you could even fax us. But there's a new way. It's called Mic Drop. Yes, download the Point app, click the Mic Drop feature, talk into your phone, and your message goes right to us. Look, I just got one from Jeff Burton.
Hey, Rizz, great show today. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, it's even read this stupid thing that head told me to read.
That's right, the new mic drop feature. Download the Point app.
Is this thing recording still?
Is where fun and fantasy meet. So it's the weekend, and the kids are at the grandparents, staying over there the whole weekend. So just you and you and the lady, or you and the guy, got the whole house to yourself. So before you go home, why don't you swing by Patricia's to get some, I don't know, we're getting freaky this weekend supplies. That's where they got your sexy lingerie and your sexy costumes, lotions, lubes, vibrating toys, really something for everyone. Big stuff, little stuff. Stuff for the beginner, stuff for the expert, and everything in between. And if you ever have any questions, just ask an employee. They will never judge you. Trust me, they've heard it all. They just want to make sure you have the right products and you have a great shopping experience. And the places, all Patricia's locations are clean. They're not seedy. They're not sketchy. You got 3 very convenient locations. St. Peter's, the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, so here we are, way back Point Fest, the first interview of the day. It's Real Big Fish, everybody. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you. Great to see you.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey.
Thank you. No, don't stop. No, more, please. More.
It's really great to have you guys back. We have, over the years, done so many different things, so many shows. Yeah. I did legitimately the worst stage intro I've ever done in my life at a Real Big Fish show at Mississippi Nights through no fault of your own. I came up on stage too late. Your cue music that night was Billie Jean from Michael Jackson. I'll never forget. And I'm getting up there and I'm doing my spiel. And Aaron, you came up behind me and were like, "Are you done yet, Donnie? Are you done? Are you done with the intro?" Yes, I am. Thank you. And then you guys went out and rocked it. But it's really great to have you here, man. Thank you guys for coming out. No, it was not your fault. No. Somebody probably told me wrong. But do you remember any of those, older shows here? Like, because we've had you at the amphitheater. I mean, Mississippi Nights. All over the place.
I was just telling you guys a story about first time I tried like really hot sauce. I wasn't into it back in the old days. But the singer of Smash Mouth at one of these festivals gave me Dave's Insanity sauce or something, and I was like...
And that was here?
That was here. My first time trying hot sauce.
I don't even remember.
Excited?
I don't even remember you guys being... I don't remember you guys...
R&R Tire Express, R&R Tires, they make it a breeze. And if you're ready to score big this season with 4 new tires for just $10, well, roll out with some brand new name brand tires for only $10 down right now. And whether you're driving a car, truck, van, SUV, whatever you got, they got you covered. They've got the perfect match for your vehicle. Go to rnrtires.com and see what I'm talking about. You can literally put in your car's make and model and see what new wheels would look like on your ride. And with R&R's flexible payment options, you're in control. No credit, no problem. Everybody drives away with a smile. And there's more. You get R&R's exclusive peace of mind coverage, that tire rotation, balance, mount, flat repair, and more. It's all included and all free. And if you're looking to upgrade those wheels, again, go to rnrtires.com/RNR Midwest. And for just $35, you get started on a fresh set of wheels all month long. Why wait? Score big this season. Get those new tires that you need installed for just $10 down, and those new wheels that you want for only $35. To request a quick quote, just go to rnrtires.com/RNR Midwest. You enter the code SCORE, SCORE, to secure your September deals. Or call one of the 5 area locations and tell them Moon sent you. Get this deal. Everybody needs a little R&R. rnrtires.com.
What an absolute honor. This is first Ho-Ho show of 2017. Headliner tonight, Rise Against, Tim McElrath from Rise Against. Absolute pleasure to meet you, man.
Good to be here, yeah.
So, okay, a couple of things that I wanted to ask you about, but I think I'm going to kind of start on the serious side of things, if that's all right with you.
Let's do it.
It is an unbelievable time in our country politically. Some people would maybe not say that it's a sad time politically, but I think that it's one of the lowest points that I can ever remember.
Yeah.
As somebody that is keeping track of what's going on in the world, like I know you guys do, sometimes myself I get so frustrated with just the daily just punch in the face of it all that I kind of want to back away from it. How do you consume the news that's out there? And do you ever get that feeling like when you're reading like Twitter or Facebook or something like, God, I feel like I got punched in the face just trying to get through the news of the day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's so overwhelming, and you're like, we live in such a tumultuous time right now, especially in American history. And for a band like us who've been plugging away this for like 18 years and singing about the ills of society and singing about things where places where we find injustice, we want to like, put water where the fire is. It's kind of what we do. And so to have all these ideas that we thought made such progress on, I feel like racism and sexism and homophobia and xenophobia, and I feel like all that stuff kind of has come to rear its ugly head back again. And in this administration has such a permissive culture around all those ideas, which is sad. It lets you know and it reminds you that the monsters of racism and sexism don't ever really go away. No. We put them behind bars, but they find their way out. If we don't constantly maintain that visibility on those issues. And so it's interesting, as a band that's been trying to rile people up for 18 years, I'm excited to see people riled up.
Sure.
I don't care that if it wasn't Rise Against to do it. I don't care what did it.
Right.
And certainly this election did it. So I get to see a lot of people who have opened their eyes, a lot of people who have traditionally buried their head in the sand, who have now come out and said, I gotta be more engaged, I have to speak up when I hear something that's wrong. I see what happens now when good people stay silent, And so we've been a band through 4 different presidential administrations, so we also realized that a lot of the problems with this administration, are just symptoms of a bigger disease. There's an ideology that fuels administrations like this one, and the ideology is something that we like to attack. It's more effective to treat the disease than just to be constantly treating the symptoms.
Now I'm 41, and when the undercurrent, this is kind of a crazy, like when the undercurrent of racism started to sort of...
Time at South County Urological, vasectomy day over there. They do all the vasectomies on Friday. And they do it on Friday on purpose because they want you to rest over the weekend. So if you're getting your vasectomy done today at South County Urological, you're not going to be out mowing the lawn this weekend. You're not going to be throwing the kids around. You're going to be watching football. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be watching football tonight. I know there's a game down in Brazil. You're going to be watching college football on Saturday, NFL on Sunday, and you're going to relax. Put your feet up. You earned it. The no scalpel vasectomy. That's where I went for my vasectomy. Very quick procedure. My insurance covered it. Sex life affected. That is the biggest question guys have. Will your sex life be affected? Nope. All good. How painful is recovery? Minor swelling, maybe discomfort for about a week. It's South County Urological. 314-843-8000. Online at southcountyurological.com.
All right, so I got the gig of the day here today, like no doubt about it. We are here with the guys from the Revivalists and Becca, our grand prize winner. We are here at Music Record Shop, and what we get to do today? Record Shop.
I would just like to point out one of
the point. Hey, you know what I feel, after that rousing game of RizzShow password before the break? Just a little reset before we get to emails.
Mm-hmm.
Scott?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
What's going on in the news today?
I think it's time for King Scott to tell some jokes.
Let's hear it.
Subscribers to Walmart Plus will now get discounts at Burger King, and I'll use mine on salad. Responded nobody who subscribes to Walmart Plus. 69% of people are turned on when they watch their partner clean. And then there's Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's turned on even when it's not his partner.
Oh.
Yeah. Using electric fans during a heat wave can actually make the elderly hotter. And I'm talking about body temperature, so no need to run to Home Depot, Madonna. According to a new survey, nearly 1 in 10 mothers regrets the name they chose for their baby, and the most common name they regret using is Nick Cannon Jr.
Oh, goodness.
The average U.S. consumer has over $6,000 in credit card debt, And this is why I only use mine for emergencies like cutting cocaine.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry, what?
You know,
Scott
King Scott.
again.
King Coke is what they call him.
Chipotle is launching a Halloween costume collection because there's nothing scarier than arriving at a party dressed like someone who just ate Chipotle.
Get the bathroom clear.
Amazon is denying a rumor their drivers aren't allowed to sing along to radio, but they would prefer their drivers limit the singing to when they've stopped their truck to pee in a Gatorade bottle. Only Murders in a Building has been renewed for a 5th season. Although Steve Martin and Mark Short have an opt-out clause, it's called Death. And finally, the 2024 season of the National Taylor Swift League kicked off last night, and it was really annoying though because they kept cutting to football.
That is annoying.
May the goo be with you.
All right.
Oh, no, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. How many times did they cut to Taylor Swift last night?
I didn't feel like a lot.
I didn't feel like a lot, too. Carrie and I were, at the Hot Shots last night. Carrie Davis. I know him. That's right. I know a football player.
Wow.
I gotta tell you, when Rob Riggle was banging on the big old drum, he looked insane. Anybody else notice?
He's a Kansas City guy, right?
Yeah, he is.
So we had the over-under was 8.5 times for Taylor Swift being shown on TV. I took the under. I said they're not going to
Come out of the gate.
They're not going to come out of the gate hot with Taylor. They'll show her a couple times. But at the Hot Shots, they showed her on TV, and the place started cheering.
Good. Yeah. She had a great outfit on.
She looked cute as hell, dude.
Jean bustier,
It was a
little
sexy,
corset, little
it was a
shorts.
sexy Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, that's right.
Tim was like, this is the Justin Timberlake VMAs with Britney Spears experience.
I'm all in.
Yeah, there were no boo birds to be found at the Hot Shots when she was shown on TV for the first time. The crowd erupted.
Well, you better live it up because the rumor is that on the 28th they will be ending their romance.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
There's a set. They got a date.
That was that PR thing that came out earlier this week that was leaked of how the PR is going to handle on both of their camps when they break up on the 28th, when the announcement comes.
Sad.
Which I said, does make sense because these are two very famous people. And they would, if they're going to break up, they would have their PR teams involved.
But I don't think she would have shown up to the game then.
You got to, well, that's what she wants you to think.
Yeah.
You got to start laying the groundwork for the disappointment.
If that's the case, then man, what was the deal between her and the NFL?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? They didn't pay her or anything.
If they are planning a breakup because they've already broke up, and she still shows up at an NFL game,
yeah, then maybe there's something there.
Well, no, that's her saying
crap.
That's her saying, "Nuh-uh, we're not breaking up."
Yeah, that's a fake one.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, okay.
Well, when they did show her, she looked genuinely happy for him, and so I would be. I mean, granted, they're all maybe actors, but she seemed to genuinely be having a good time. So
she was in Cats.
Who knows? Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she's great in Cats. All right, Moon, let's get to some emails before we get to sports.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Hey, guys, and Lern. Love the show. Went to a private event tonight at the pageant, and they had Everclear play. During the show, they referenced this badass radio station, 105.7 The Point. Awesome shout-out to you guys. They said they haven't played the pageant in about 25 years, and we're glad to be back. Longtime listener Danny sent from my iPhone. Now, here's my question. And I emailed them back and said, what private event? I wonder what private event had Everclear come in.
At the pageant.
Yeah, wild,
It could be
right?
one of those corporate things.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Kinda
Some of
cool.
those, some of those corporate gigs pay very well for these bands.
Yeah, like the Edward Joneses of the world.
I remember actually the last time the Eagles were fully together before
Glenn Fry.
Before Glenn Fry died, they were here in St. Louis playing a private event. Like it was, it was not open to the public. It was a private corporate event.
Same thing with Prince being scheduled to play a private event before he died.
Oh, here in St. Louis?
Yes. And some listener confirmed that. We were talking about that last week, I think.
Was it a secret show or was it a private event?
I think it was a private event.
Man, I wonder how much that would have cost.
It was at the Fox, too.
A lot of money.
To get Prince?
God, it's got to be so much money.
That's awesome.
Next.
Okay, let's start with, let's go to this one. Hello, all. Every time I hear a story about medical malpractice on the show. Now, this was in reference to yesterday when we were talking about the doctor in Florida who has already been under investigation for the last year or so for mixing something up last year. He took out this guy's liver, instantly killing him instead of taking a cyst off of a spleen.
Yeah.
Remember this story?
Should have removed the spleen, took the liver out instead. on opposite sides of the like your spleen's on one side, your liver's on the other. Oops.
This person said every time they hear some story about medical malpractice, they think back to the teacher that they had in high school that always said, quote, "Does anyone know what they call the student that finished dead last in medical school? That's right, a doctor." Sent from my Motorola car phone.
True.
That's just a scary thought.
True.
That's a scary thought.
Last in your class, you're still called a doctor. Well, somebody's got to be last.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? I guess I'm just stupid because I trust doctors. Like that's the one last bit of humanity that I go into their office and I believe them. Now I believe in getting a second opinion, but it's again
you
another.
don't fully trust them.
No, it's another doctor. So
yeah,
and
but
that's
if you
fine.
implicitly trusted the first doctor, you wouldn't need a second
No,
opinion.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think they're smart. They know more than I do about what's going on inside my body, and so
But I don't
believe
think they're
them.
infallible.
No,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
human.
I know what you're saying. I have like an inherent trust until recently, and I had a doctor say these words to me. "I can't believe they did that to you." And when I heard that, it really did rock my world. It shifted.
And the breasts look great on you.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
That's
It
just
wasn't
them
in reference to those.
crapping on the competition.
Not okay.
I did,
Talk about
dude.
a coworker's breast.
You're going
We've
to
already
HR
been
after
called into the
this.
office twice.
Said not to bring it up.
I did have a doctor tell me that though, because I was telling this doctor about an experience.
Yeah,
with
we
it.
thought putting them on your back was a weird choice, but we love you, man.
Hey, I thought this was a normal
It's so much
experience.
fun hugging you.
And that person said, "I can't believe they did that."
Yeah, but that's just them crapping on other doctors. It's how everybody in
I don't
other
think so.
professional is.
Yeah, I
like,
think it is.
plays. It is. It's
I
like
agree
them
with you.
talking crap on other people. It's like how we do with like other radio stations.
It's
when
like
we
every
used to.
contractor can't believe the guy before him
Right.
and how they did the job.
For real.
What in the? Who came in here and put this plumbing in? Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, I've never had a contractor or electrician or whoever come in the
Never.
house
Compliment the last one?
compliment the
Never.
person that did it last time.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
I don't know. There's a professional courtesy in the medical field. Like this is like maybe the most painful experience I've ever dealt with. And in response, they said they shouldn't have done that. I can't believe they did that to you. So that was this is like the most traumatizing physical thing I think I've ever endured.
Okay. For example, at Parkhurst Plastic Surgery, right down the street, a fine sponsor of the show, the doctors over there correct a lot of the botched surgeries
sure.
that other.
Right.
And they have words for, they probably talk about their craft in a very subjective way,
Yeah.
like because they know about it as well. I don't know. But I do. I trust doctors. And I'm so thankful. Shout out to my doctor is Dr. Zahidi. I've been with her for a long time. She's the freaking best. She's my general doctor. Her bedside manner with me is great. She knows I'm a hypochondriac. She handles my issues very well, takes care of me through everything I've been through. And I don't know, I trust her.
We trust pilots implicitly.
Yes, I do.
That's why I always buy him a shot before I get on a plane.
I can't really get a second opinion on it. I can't,
On a pilot?
I can't be like, hey, can I meet the
you
pilot?
already- the
Nah, I'll take
co-pilot.
the next one.
Yeah, the co-pilot's
That's
there
your
for a
second
reason.
opinion.
Next.
I know y'all don't do shout outs, but if y'all
True.
did, I think it would sound something like this. Hey, Memphis, we wanted to wish you a super sweet 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Meef. Man, that sounded great. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Team Rizz member Brian.
Sweet
You
Memphis.
stuck one in there. You stuck one.
What a
You
cool
got
name.
us.
Darn it.
For a kid.
You got us. All right, one more.
Hey, fellas, and learn your tiebreaker number starts at 100, and the amount of points that you are off from the total Monday night score is subtracted from your total. So if you miss the total by 7, your point's going to be 93. It's not that complicated. Loyal weirdo Joe.
Okay, well, you got that?
Sent from my iPhone that has a freaking calculator
And
on
this
it.
is okay. So this is for the pick'em challenge for the tiebreaker if we need it. Okay, you got that, Moon.
That's
Good.
how the tiebreaker works.
That's how the tiebreaker
All
works.
right.
Thank you. Hey, and we got sports here in just a second, but first game of the NFL season.
Right.
Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah.
Last night. I believe everybody had the Chiefs, but one person.
Sorry, guys.
Way to go. We did fine.
We did fine. That one person was Andrew Marsh.
Yeah, Marsh.
That's right. Yeah. Andrew Marsh. So we're rolling into the weekend up one.
Cool. I can now. Am
Feeling
I not
good.
allowed to change my pick?
No, you
change
can't.
up until Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday at noon.
Just no Monday night switching.
And that was the problem last year.
They got
with
us
Monday night
on-
switching.
Honestly,
think-
that was the difference in the season
I think
because they
we'll-
got us on statistics for the first 6 weeks before we finally said you had to stop doing that.
I think we should have said that you can't switch after you make your picks Thursday.
No,
Before
I
Thursday.
disagree with that because I've changed them up until the first kickoff.
The injury reports.
It still benefits them because more of them are going to be checking all the injury reports.
I check it out too.
Okay, 1 out of 5.
Start checking. Start caring.
I
And stop
do
picking
care.
off mascots. You can pick off mascots. It doesn't matter. Injury report.
I see where you're coming from.
I've
but I was
never
trying
been
to-
Did Eddie the Eagle hurt his wing before the Eagles game?
I've never been last.
I was trying to pick my battles. The thing that hurt us last year was they were literally would be up 1, and they would just change their picks to mirror ours,
Yeah,
so
just
they
throw
would
a block.
stay up
Lock
1.
us out. That's
They
right.
And just lock us out,
throw
and
on
that
blocks.
was kind of unfair, I thought.
No,
yeah.
I think it's okay with injury reports, and I sometimes will change my mind for the good and sometimes the bad over the weekend, depending on if I hear something or
Good feeling.
yeah.
I get it.
I'm okay with
I'm not pitching the opposite. I'm just saying that it's going to be a disadvantage to us because they're obsessive.
The
about
whole
it.
thing's a disadvantage. They're a sports show.
It didn't stop us from kicking their
Yeah, a couple
heinies.
times. All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Sports brought to you by 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg Smooth, a silky red blend wine to kick back, relax, and enjoy when you're changing your scores up till noon on Sunday.
The wine is not
Wow.
bad, man. The wine's good, actually. Got a couple bottles of crime wine from Crime Wine.
What a way to start. Winning 27-20, the Kansas City Chiefs held off Lamar Jackson and the ferocious Ravens. Down by 7, Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely caught what initially appeared to be a 10-yard touchdown with time expired in regulation. Head coach John Harbaugh signaled to go for 2 as Baltimore wanted to, skip overtime and try to win with the conversion. But a replay showed that Likely's foot came down about 1 inch, about a toe's length, out of the back of the end zone, making the pass incomplete and giving the Chiefs a 27-20 victory. Game's over. Sorry.
And here's what that sounded like.
Down to 1 play, 5 seconds to go. Lamar trying to make magic happen. Throw it in zone. Likely 2 feet down. Yes! Touchdown!
Nope.
What a play! Going for 2 and the win are the Ravens on opening night.
The runner's toe hit out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass.
Drive safe.
Kansas City has won.
27-20.
His toe was out of bounds. It was an incomplete pass.
And Lamar
Drive safe.
Lamar Jackson's like, I still don't believe it. I mean, it's there. They replayed it 5,000 times. They got close-ups. They got everything.
Yeah, and the fact they were going for 2 with Lamar and Derrick Henry in the backfield, I'm glad that we didn't have to endure that. I was saying this earlier, and I want to hear Stalter's opinion on this since he's such a Lamar Jackson stan. I don't think the guy's got a great football IQ. I can go back. I'll watch him. He can't close out games. He wasted a lot of time, thank God, on that second down play, running around, throwing it out of the back of the end zone.
Doing the 2 spins?
Yeah, he did. He burned about 35 seconds off the clock, or they would have had another shot at it. And then the clock management end of game stuff, he's not great at that, which makes me feel like he's a great athlete, but not a great mind.
Call him up. I got his number.
Call him up.
Really? Cardinals play the Mariners tonight at Busch with a start of 7:15. Want any more?
Sweet.
I mean, anything, they got about a minute.
Yeah, nothing pressing. We have, well, you know what? I'll do this since we're in NFL season here. And ESPN polled more than 100 NFL players anonymously and asked them to rank quarterbacks in several categories. Here are the results. And maybe they agree with you there, Rafe. The GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Tom Brady was the overwhelming choice, but everybody's in kind of a holding pattern waiting to see how Mahomes' career shakes out.
Okay, so the GOAT for now is Tom Brady.
The top 3 quarterbacks, this was in order. Mahomes, number 1. Lamar Jackson, number 2. Joe Burrow, number 3. The rookie who will have the most successful career, Caleb Williams in Chicago, Jaden Daniels in Washington, and J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota. Most overrated.
Here we go. Most overrated of all the players.
Josh Allen was voted crazy on top, most overrated by fellow NFL quarterbacks and players. Jalen Hurts then, and then Tua down in Miami. Most underrated was Brock Purdy, then Matthew Stafford, tied for first, and then there was a massive logjam behind him as Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, and Bryce Young. And the biggest trash talker, Josh Allen. Also overwhelmingly voted top of that. Then Baker Mayfield and Aaron Rodgers. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least one class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your
Fence and Deck celebrating 56 years in business, one of St. Louis's top names in home improvement. Great local company. They provide the best and longest lasting outdoor products available. If you're looking for a fence, if you're looking for a deck, a sunroom, screen room, patio, retaining wall, even windows, they're a company you could trust with your home, your biggest investment, and of course the safety of your family. They'll do a free in-home estimate. They'll do free project design, no obligation. They'll come out, they'll take all the measurements, show you all their product offerings on their extensive digital photo gallery of completed projects. You'll see my deck on there. I mean, if you're looking for a fence, like a beautiful wood fence or a vinyl fence, they'll even do steel and chain link. And the decks, they're bread and butter. Beautiful natural cedar decks, the Vecca decking, the strongest deck on the market with great colors that will match your house. And all the products are guaranteed by a 5-year labor warranty. If you mention the Rizz Show this month, you'll get 20% off your next installed outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck online at chesterfieldfence.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's strange that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day. And
yeah.
I remember the club well, you know. We used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days, you know, stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you, this is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before till this night, and you had like this black leather jacket on, like these skinny sort of jeans, and I was like, this dude is a bad man. And you were, and it was such a great show because that night it was a couple of different bands. Letters to Cleo were on that bill. Yeah. Ned's Atomic Dustbin were on that bill. I love those guys as well. So it was like a cool thing, but it was the first night that I saw you guys, and Vinny, you had this like for real frontman rock star presence about you that I thought was very cool at the time.
You sure put the pressure on me today. Where do you go from there?
Right. But you know what though? And speaking of that role as the frontman is like an important thing, man, because not only the nuts and bolts of the creative side of the music and the lyric writing and stuff, but I mean having that image for the band is an important one, whether you want to kind of admit to that or not.
Oh, certainly. And it's something that we, seem to cultivate early on in the career of the band. You know, we wanted to do that thing. You know, we revere rock and roll, and I mean, it almost sounds like I'm just copying Elvis on his '68 comeback. You know what I mean? You can't reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? It's like that's pretty much it.
Right. I think it's also funny too when you guys say, "Hey, I'm just ripping Elvis." That's all.
Been victoriously. How's your blood doing today? Oh, you don't know because you don't take your blood because you are not a medical professional. Like Victory Men's Health, that's fine. That's why it exists, because all of us who are not in the medical field that don't really know much about bodies. We know we have one and we know how we feel, but we don't really know what's going on under our skin, right? That's why you got to go to Victory Men's Health. You book the appointment. They draw some blood. It's very fast. So if you're somebody that gets a little squirmish about that, just look away. I don't necessarily like getting my blood taken. I've gone to Victory Men's Health to get it taken a time or two. And the ladies that work there are so sweet, and they get it done fast. They find the vein fast. That's the key. You do that in-body scan, tell you exactly where your BMI, your hydration, your body mass, where everything is, your bone density. They're going to tell you what's going on the inside of your bones, okay? And then other things. Maybe you do realize maybe your sex life's been dwindling and things are not working as they once did, and you want to fix that. Victory Men's Health can help you with that, and you don't have to be ashamed. They've heard it all. They know it all. They want to help. VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I am absolutely honored and incredibly nervous, as a matter of fact, to have the pleasure of speaking to Alice in Chains. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's really great to see you here today.
Why is he nervous? Is he owes money or something?
I do not. I do not.
You slept with my wife, you son of a bitch.
Oh. See, none of those kinds of things other than just your random fanboy saw you in 93 at Lollapalooza,
That's all right.
all
That's
of that sort
acceptable.
of thing, you know?
All
But
good, man.
It's really great to have you here. And, you know, one of the things that, in reading about the new record, it seems like the excitement level is more than just kind of like, you know, of course everybody says the nice things when their new album is about to come out.
Not everybody. Not everybody, man.
Well, but it seems like there is genuine excitement about this particular project. Can you tell us a bit why? Yeah.
Well, we don't do records every year, so it takes a while. So when we get one out, it's like, all right, they actually did one. Like, it's been about 5 years since we put a record out, so the response to the one has been really strong. We've been having a great time playing it. People seem to enjoy it, so it's all good. You know, we've been lucky enough to be able to still be doing this. We still get to go cool places and show up and have people want us to play our music for them, and we're still making new music that people like too. So it's great.
Some of this stuff is just cyclical, you know. Like, you never know why it is that a certain record might get a little bit more attention or energy behind it or excitement around it than others, but you just kind of weather it either way, you know? And so it's cool that this one seems to have a little bit more, I don't know, some kind of enthusiasm maybe around it, you know? It's good.
Absolutely so. I mean, do you guys kind of, say that a bit to yourselves when it comes to songs like, you know, the
back at school. So kids are back at school, and you're now assessing all the damage from the summer fun. You know, the kid from up the street, he spilled ice cream and juice on the carpet. They're bringing the outside inside. You got dogs, you got cats. It's time to get the carpets cleaned. It's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res in there. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, basically every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. Friendly cleaning techs always walk you through the entire cleaning process, make sure that everything's great. You're completely satisfied with the cleaning before they leave. It's an amazing experience. So right now, you could get your entire home Zero Resified from St. Louis's ultimate carpet cleaner and 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129. And don't forget about your air ducts. Take $75 off that air duct cleaning. Don't DIY it. Call the pros at Zero Res. 314-474-2020. Or you can book online anytime at ZeroResSTL.com. Spelled backward or forward, it spells the same at Zero Res.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least one class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your dreams. Learn how to play guitar. Yes, fine licks like this. Jimi Hendrix.
You to go to moonloveswoods.com. Just check out the website. See the offer that I'm talking about. A special offer awaits you at moonloveswoods.com. It's from Woods Basement Systems, the all things basementy experts who I have had at my home to fix a major problem. Now, I'll admit, I can be an ostrich. I can stick my head in the sand and try to ignore certain problems, especially going on around my house. And thankfully, I have parents and some people around me that were like, dude, you can't do that when it comes to certain things. You just can't you can't let time fix things, because especially with your home, it's only going to get worse, cost you more in the long run. And thank goodness somebody told me in time to call Woods Basement Systems about my front porch. My front porch was a big old slab of concrete that was not only sinking and causing a real bad eyesore, but it was causing a safety hazard. It was horrible curb appeal. it was awful. It was even stripping the brick facade off of my house, like breaking it down. This thing would have gotten worse and worse and worse, but I called Woods, and they were able to fix it. Not only raise it and fix the whole settling problem, concrete leveling, but they also installed piers. And now I don't have to worry about it. I don't think about it. I don't stress about it. In fact, I'm stoked about it because it isn't moving. I don't have to think about awful curb appeal. I don't have to think about my guest, running out of my house because the thing is going downhill. Woods Basement Systems fixed it all for me. And of course, they're the basement experts, so they'll do anything basement for you. Waterproofing, foundation repair. Go to the website. See what I'm talking about. See what project they can help you with, because you want to prevent further damage. These problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods. Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement experts, moonloveswoods.com.
Look at this, your dream home. You're renting right now. How about buying a home and building some equity? Look at you, an adult buying a house, maybe your first house. So listen, there are so many pitfalls out there. You could go with the big out-of-town bank where they treat you just like a number, or you could go with Kevin Putney, the local guy who treats you like a human being. 314-862-0123. He's going to make the whole loan process simple and painless. It's easy. You call, you qualify, you close. 1, 2, 3. Call, qualify, close. That's it. Kevin Putney's going to find the mortgage that fits your needs. A loan is like a fingerprint. One fingerprint, one loan, specific to everyone. Make that call. The process is simple. 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. I'm going to my house. Oh, hey, just sitting here checking out all my awards. There are many ways to reach us in the Point Studio. You could call us. You could social media us. I think you could even fax us. But there's a new way. It's called Mic Drop. Yes, download the Point app, click the Mic Drop feature, talk into your phone, and your message goes right to us. Look, I just got one from Jeff Burton.
Hey, Rizz, great show today. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I f***ing read this stupid f***ing thing that head told me to read.
That's right, the new Mic Drop feature. Download the Point app.
Is this thing f***ing recording still?
Joined in the Point Studio now by the mastermind behind Ghost, Tobias Forge. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How do you do?
I'm doing really well. It's an absolute great pleasure to have you here, and the absolute ferocious fan base of Ghost has me completely petrified that I'm going to screw this interview up because they
then don't.
Right. Well, that's the idea. But it's one of those really great things in getting to talk about Ghost right now, because you can just feel all the excitement and everything kind of not starting to come together, but just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That has got to be an amazing thing for you to see on your side of things.
Of course it is. I mean, I've done many records in my life that did cause nothing, you know. So it's you never know how many times you will have this feeling. So I'm trying to sort of absorb it and enjoy it whilst it's here, and yeah, no, it's a fantastic feeling.
When I had read, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I had read, kind of when the process and the thought process for this was beginning, that you thought that you would have a certain audience that would dig it, that would enjoy it, and that it might even be kind of like sort of an art thing that you could potentially see at like an art installation. Are you yourself a little surprised that it is grown into what it has become now?
Yes. I mean, obviously everything is a gradual sort of these epiphanies of what you can achieve obviously comes gradually. And
fans, it's the best time of year. Kickoff is here. Football is officially back, and there's no way better to get into the action than with Underdog Fantasy. Now, over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by competing on Underdog. And ladies and gentlemen, now it's your turn. Now, with Underdog, you could win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats, like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. I've been playing on Underdog for a while now, and let me tell you, it's as simple as it gets. Whether you're, rooting for your favorite team or just looking to add some extra excitement to whatever game. It could be NFL, it could be MLB. So if you're looking to make a Cardinal game actually exciting, use Underdog. And making picks is quick, it's easy, and most importantly, it's fun. And hey, the chance to win real money doesn't hurt either. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code Rizz, and Underdog will give you a free pick. Use it on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make a deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code RIZZ, to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hey, it's Jeff Britton backstage at the pageant, and Nick and Peanut from 311 gracing us with it.
That is it for us. Donnie Fandango's next. Make sure you check out the clip of the day, brought to you by Michael's Flooring, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you tomorrow at the Zero Prostate walkover in Tower Grove. So we'll be out there nice and early.
It's going to be a great
gorgeous morning.
Yes. Wear layers because it's going to be like 60.
Oh, really? I think I may wear a sweatshirt.
I know.
Oh, it's sweater weather, guys.
It is.
Nice.
Ooh. Sweater weather.
All right, Moon, what is today's podcast titled?
Leaving poops as a thank you.
Okay, leaving poops as a thank you. All right, what else?
You know what, man? I'll see you tomorrow for the prostate walk. I mean, what a great cause. Obviously near and dear to our heart, and that's what we should be talking about.
All right,
I'll see you
and
there.
also peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Learn.
I just want to say happy birthday to my husband tomorrow.
Oh, are we gonna see him tomorrow?
I don't think he's going to come out. I'm like, you do you, boo. So he's got a whole, I'm surprising him with a bunch of stuff tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, I just love you so much. Happy birthday. He's listening.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Rafe?
I'll double down. Happy birthday, Tim. See you guys tomorrow.
King Scott?
King Scott rules, and happy birthday, Tim. Much love. I'm going to give you a lot of kisses when I see you.
You
next.
are? You get off him.
What a gift. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our
sent
team.
him a wiener pic.
You did? Stop.
It's his birthday.
That's what he likes.
He loves it. I'm not kidding. King Scott and Tim like hold hands at Rizz events. I'm like, what the hell's going on, dude?
We're
Yeah,
just
what is
goofs,
going on,
man.
buddy?
I have pictures of you holding my husband's
We have a special
Hand.
hand.
We're close.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots from O'Fallon, Missouri. Russell Hesser is our Teamers Remember the Day.
Russell!
And Russell wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye. Okay, so Rafe has our official bucket list.
Yes.
That's right. We've talked about bucket list on here so many times. We thought, and we're getting ready to implement a new. Stay tuned. We have a new contest with punishments coming up, and we thought maybe as a flip side to that, we talk about bucket lists so much that we would, instead of just being in competition with each other, we would also have a series of videos where we actually try to help each other check things off our bucket
This
list,
is all
which is a
about
nice thing.
lifting each other up.
That's right.